stuff caps out very quickly.
Yeah, but still, if you don't want to have to grind as long,
No. That's
I will
we're
make
all
a prediction now.
we're all gonna grind like 100 hours in like
Yeah, we're
those
all gonna
first
grind.
Well,
like
My
it's
prediction's gonna be people who buy the XP boosts are gonna
they'll
be the
grind
same level
99
as
hours.
people who don't,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna be more bored.
my prediction is that 3 Popstar XP boosts will be all you need.
Probably.
Or even just one.
Not even gonna need any of them.
Probably not.
You don't need any of them, but
No. It was one of those things where, like, if I saw it and I was in, like, I'm not gonna go looking for it, but if I see it and it's there, I'll get one. Because why not?
I don't think
I'll
I'll see
eat
the
Pop-Tarts,
ones
but-
because I think they're American only.
Probably. That's all right. I'm
I
sure
might-
there'll be a key gen sooner or later.
I might
Just
pick
like
up
there was with
product
Red
that-
Bull.
It's receipts.
Oh, well, that's a smarter
might-
way of doing it.
I might pick up 1 or 2 when we go to PAX.
That's another thing I thought about too. Is like if I actually cared, I could probably find it in Seattle, super easy. But I'm probably not gonna care. Or I'll get a box of Pop-Tarts to eat at PAX, like in the mornings, and then I'll just keep the thing.
I mean, if you want, I can just go buy them at my HEB.
Nah, I don't.
You
No,
know,
I'm
that's
not.
$2.
That's way too much effort. No, that's going way too hard into it.
That's why we don't care enough that we'll
Plus, like,
Wait
I'm
until
not, oh
we're in
jeez,
town.
no, stop my own stream. Hearing my own stream going in the background. Like, I would not want someone to go out of their way to get me the code, because like, half of it would be actually me having the Pop-Tarts. Because I like
Oh.
Pop-Tarts.
I would probably.
Like,
just
I give a
throw-
shit more about the Pop-Tarts than I do about the code.
I did
Wow.
eat a bunch of Pop-Tarts last time we were in Seattle.
This is some really fucking thrilling conversation right now.
We're stalling for time.
Sorry, we're not all fucking mega awesome streamers like you. Dear
Yeah.
God.
And I don't have.
I
much
never
better to
promised
say.
anybody that I stream well. Or even
Sorry.
competently.
So if it's more topical than what you're used to.
I promised everybody a stream, and then that was it. That, my Twitch is going, that fulfills my
Who's that?
obligation.
Stream brand stream.
Hey, at least we were
Hey.
talking about Destiny-related stuff. That's a plus, right?
No,
That is,
because it's a D&D stream. That's
Did
actually
you-
a minus.
Yeah, that's.
You remember
good
that
point.
that post where people were confused as fuck by no name brand Canadian stuff?
Good old President's Choice.
A
Wow.
brand name called No Name,
Really? That's awesome.
and it's all like yellow packaging. With
Yeah, it's-
one font.
I like President's Choice better. Because that
Really?
makes even less sense, because we don't have a president. Unless it's like the president of the company. It's his choice of these things. Do we even want to bother waiting for Lawage? He's just going to do something fucking stupid and get you all killed. I mean, if we go without him, it's a couple more minutes that you guys will all stay alive. In this totally not at all dangerous temple.
Yeah, not Deadly Temple at all.
This
Well, it's not called the Deadly Temple, it's just
Sure.
called the Amber Temple.
maybe it's named after someone named Amber.
Could
This
be.
search is basically.
I was gonna
what
throw in an Amber
like
Alert
Canada is
joke
called.
there, and I was like, no, that's wits. We stream just started. I can't go there yet. We just started.
Where is?
Way too early for that.
Oh, you guys are over there.
I guess I'm playing Pyro today, so before we
Oh,
kick
Fire
this
not gonna
off, he said last week that he was probably not going to be here. So the fact that he is not here,
Makes sense.
yeah, I'm assuming that means he's not going to be here.
How was the eclipse up by where you guys were? Did you get a pretty decent
I don't know. I tried to look at it and it hurt my eyes, so I stopped trying to look at it.
Weird.
Weird
Imagine
that.
that would happen.
Well, I just kind of like just gave it like the quick little like squinty like kind of glance and
The
caught like a little bit of something in front of the sun. And I was like, ah, it's good enough. It's eclipsing.
Meanwhile,
It's doing the
where I'm
thing
at-
they promised.
Where I'm at, it's like, oh, it got like 5% less bright.
I
Well,
thought you were
yeah,
closer to
wasn't-
Seattle.
Me?
Jess is not close
He's
to
like-
Seattle.
You're closer to Seattle than Jess is.
Oh, I'm thinking of Zepic. Never mind. Sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
no, I'm sure it was great. I was working all day, so I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't.
Zepic is Vancouver. I'm all the way in Nova Scotia.
I was actually going to
Scotia.
cheat and use my camera, like my camera phone, to actually
Basically
try
the
and
other side.
take a picture of it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But
The
People were saying that
Definitely
fucks up your
good
phone
deal.
if you do that.
Well, not to mention you're not going to get a good picture that way anyway.
No, probably not,
You need
but-
a lens.
But apparently a lot of like the sensor in like the iPhone camera,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it'll mess that
That'll-
up like
that'll
really
burn that
bad.
shit out in
And
like 5 seconds.
I just replaced my phone yesterday because my antenna stopped fucking working, which made me so happy. Because not like I was
Sound
waiting.
like it.
Oh yeah, it's not like I was waiting for the brand new phone that'll be out in less than a month. So now I'm stuck with the 7 for the same price the new phone would have cost me. Yay. I still think it's a scam. I think my carrier just like stopped my fucking phone number from working. It's like, oh no, your antenna's broken. Get a new phone. And sign up for a 2-year contract while you're at it. Goddamn Rogers. Anyways, let's get this shit started. Lawage is never coming back. He died looking for Pop-Tarts. Stared at the eclipse for too long, and now he's passed out in the street somewhere.
Rip.
So, previously on Dungeons and Dragons, the party,
Took way
After-
too fucking long.
the party returned the lost child to the Vistani camp. After which Arabelle, the Vistani leader, she was super happy about it. Sat them down, gave them a whole spiel about all sorts of stuff. Told them that Casimir, the elf, the dusk elf that they were looking for, would meet them up on Solenka Pass and give them a place to stay for the night, blah, blah, blah. On the way to Solenka Pass, they decided to once again visit Argen Vostolt. Shut up, Jez. As it says on the map. There, they took on Vladimir Horngard for possession of the Sun Sword, and after a whole bunch of discussing of things, and eventually they fought him. Eventually. And they successfully defeated him. Sir Godfrey, the other revenant that spoke to them when they found the kid, he was there as well. He yielded upon Vladimir Horngard's death. Vladimir uttering a basically like a revenge, a vengeance curse upon the party, swearing that when he like recorporealizes into a new body, he's going to come after them and haunt them for the rest of their lives. But they got the Sun Sword, and they're like, "Yay, Sun Sword!" and they left. Headed up Solenka Pass, found Casimir, waiting for them at sort of the outpost, an abandoned outpost by a big gate full of green flame. Green flame! And made their way to the Amber Temple, where they got in a bit of a scuffle with some sort of like woody barbarian kind of people. Some hill folk. Got into a scuffle with them, and that is where we left off. So you guys are outside the Amber Temple. You guys plugged up the fissure to the left with an unconscious dire wolf that basically squirmed and was worming its way towards you, and Bones punched it in the face till it fell unconscious. So it's jammed itself in that hole.
Go to sleep, doggy.
There were some other brigands that were in the room behind it. You know of at least one. Like you saw at least one of them in that room. So there's at least one guy that's unaccounted for. There was one guy that Wacky cast a suggestion spell on that went running off into the temple and then seemed to meet some kind of horrid end, because the last you heard of him, he was just screaming and horrible guttural pain. So you're not really sure what happened to him. And that is where we left off. So you guys are at the entrance of the temple. I should flip myself to that part of the book so that I can read many of these gray boxes that the book has provided me. So, what doing? Where the fuck is Pyro? There's Pyro. Ugly red
Who
fucking
wants
aura.
to go first?
What's this ugly red aura? This is saving throws?
Yeah.
Plus,
I don't know.
plus two to
Is that what it
save.
is?
Plus 2 to saving throws. Okay.
Let's have Pyro go first.
Well, I
Nope.
was gonna start in anyway. I was there.
No.
Somebody with a shield.
Now we have
Anybody?
2 tanks.
2.5. I'm kind of tanky.
There's You see at the bottom of the stairs a discarded great axe. I think it's a great axe. The guy that Wacky cast
I get
suggestion
that.
on, he dropped that on the floor and ran.
Like it's not
Alright.
so great anymore.
I don't know, the axe.
Got him.
The axe didn't change.
In the background.
Like 50 feet away, because you guys are still nowhere near the entrance.
Yeah, come on over here.
I'm
So-
going in now.
Icy steps descend 10 feet into a time-ravaged hallway with arrow slits in the walls. Beyond the hall lies a vast sepulchral darkness.
Stay behind me, Charon.
That's a fucking SAT word if I've ever heard one.
Yeah,
Sepulchral?
there's a lot of flavor words in the Curse of
Face of
Strahd.
sepulchre, is it not?
Quite a few of them I've kind of like glossed over and changed to more fucking
English terms?
Yeah, to less booky kind of terms.
You're not using ye old English?
Like, was it promontory? I think promontory came up a few times. Or basically, anytime you guys ended up at like a flat-topped hill, like Argynvostholt and the Argynvostholt and the
Nice.
windmill were both had like promontory on their.
Hey, real quick, before we go any further, what are these
descriptions.
things on the wall? Can
I said they were arrow slits.
Oh, fair enough.
And inside one of them is a dead body.
Lovely.
Yeah, the
They
one on the
crammed
right.
a dead body into an arrow slit?
So yeah,
Look at what- look at
glancing
what I
in,
saw.
you see.
It's a room.
I see it.
Glance into the aeroport. Good idea.
Well,
doing it.
there's no arrows coming out of
Yeah,
it.
you
We
see,
don't know that
like
yet.
slumped in the corner,
I'm doing
some
it.
kind of robed skeleton. I don't know. It's basically looks like a heap of robes, but you see like a couple kind of skeletal or kind of decayed bits like poking out.
Cool. Meaty.
If only you had a
Dumps.
druid that could turn into a bug and climb in those.
Aw.
Yeah, the arrow slits are far
Only
too
that
narrow.
druid didn't crit fail on whatever the check they needed to make.
If only the part of the plan wasn't, hey, you guys go off and do something.
So as
User
just,
joined your channel.
I'm guessing that's Lawage. That's Lawage.
Yeah.
So, a 20-foot wide balcony of black marble with a shattered railing overlooks a vast temple. Black marble staircases at each end of the balcony descend 30 feet to the temple floor. The vaulted ceiling is 30 feet above the balcony, and the walls and ceiling are covered in an amber glaze, lending the gloom a golden sheen. A set of amber doors stand closed at the west end of the balcony, and a similar pair stands open to the east.
I'll be here so that I could actually... No, I can't even see that. The light doesn't go that far.
Yeah, you seem to be in sort of the grand main... This seems to open up to the sort of the big grand main hall of the temple.
Just to make it easy, can I get it the light 30 foot both ways? 30 foot dim, 30 foot.
Rip Jez? Oh, never mind.
Is that what... so, yeah, I think that's what the max is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the max.
Like
Lets me
60
increase it.
feet.
I can increase it or reduce it by 5 foot each to a maximum of 30 or a minimum of 10.
30 feet total? Or no, 30 feet of bright and then 30 feet
30.
of dim?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just
There.
60 feet, but the bright light only goes to
Yeah.
30.
So now I can see, like, people with dark vision.
Cool. And they can see you.
Oh, they can.
Alright, well, scooch
Are we
on
going
there.
in?
Yeah, we're gonna go in. Pyro, come on. Let's go, buddy.
I would just assume that Pyro is with us at all times.
He is. He's lagging behind.
I know Zepic's playing him like Pyro would actually play him, which just kills me that the most heavily armored of our group is like always scared to go.
Plus-
You also don't rely on characters that aren't here. That's kind of a rule of thumb. Is that
So-
if I'm only playing him to be nice to you guys. It is just as easy for me to like leave Pyro sitting outside for the entire session.
I'm immediately drawn to the fact that there's a dead body down on the stairs.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
about
Our barbarian.
About 2/3 of the way down the left set of stairs, you see a charred body. It's far too burnt and charred in that to really tell who or what it used to be. but you do think that it's relatively the same size as the barbarian that Wacky sent fleeing into the temple.
It's
Oh, did I do
recent.
that? Whoops.
It's
Don't.
recent, and he's the most recent screen.
Yeah,
that we
I
did.
would say
Is he
like
still smoking?
probably a little bit, and there's definitely a
always smell like
waft
burnt
of.
flesh.
Oh yes, there's a waft of burnt flesh definitely
yeah,
emanating
we're
in
good.
the air.
You guys
Don't go down those stairs.
Why
There's
not? What happened?
something down the stairs.
You'll smell it soon.
I feel like
I lost my sense of smell about 13 years ago in a potion accident. I don't want to talk about it.
which way do you guys?
I would
wanna
have
go?
thought you were a smoker.
Well, to the west is where the barbarians came from.
The east is already an already open door, though.
I
And
can
there's-
kind of see something all the way at the back, but
There's a
can't exactly
door,
make it out.
door here as well.
I kind of feel like going away from the burning corpse, but
I don't even see it yet, so.
well,
You can move 5 feet up, and you'll see it.
You're
it's
crowding me.
All right, well he's going that way.
over.
Hey guys, our rogue is like kind of
Rogan.
pat chest on the shoulder.
Over there, Beto.
Door is,
Gotta-
I'm trying.
gotta look at
I'm trying to
Wash.
open the door.
What?
Door
No,
open?
what are you doing?
Okay.
Stop.
As you push on the door, it seems to be stuck.
Cool.
Sorry.
Like locked or like there's barricades.
You don't see any place for a keyhole or anything like that. It just seems to not physically move.
Oh my god, there's a dead body down there.
Oh
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, so
Don't
it
go
could
down
be
there.
barricaded, it could be magically closed, it could be sealed shut with ice, you're not entirely sure, but it does not appear to be locked as far as you could tell, because you don't really see any kind of locking mechanism. These doors just seem to be basically big stone slabs. Do I have a cheat sheet of this is what all the things look like? No, I don't. Of course I don't. God damn you, Chris Perkins!
That's what I was thinking. I assume you put it in later. Because if you had that prepped immediately, like, kudos. That's awesome.
I want to listen in at the doors to the south here and see if I hear anything.
Nope. You hear absolutely nothing.
Then I'm gonna open the doors, or try to.
Yeah, all of the doors in this temple seem to be made out of sort of big stone slabs, so you don't imagine you would probably hear much through them to begin with,
Okay.
unless something was making a whole ton of noise.
Alright, then I'm just gonna try it.
Got it.
Yep, you were able to push it open. So, shattered bits of wood cover the floor of this frigid 20-foot square room.
That's it.
Seems like it.
You
Not
can
dead,
search
guys.
the wall.
Alright.
It's safe.
Cool.
Do the walls look very clean?
Wait,
The ground isn't clean.
isn't that where the arrow slit room should be?
You'd think,
Like-
and yet.
I was
Well,
literally just
Do you
about to say
agree?
I want to check
Yeah,
the center door.
yeah. Check the wall here.
That's what I'm doing.
I don't see you
Wait,
doing
I'm
that.
high
I don't see any rolls for these things you
I'm
say you're
high
doing.
intelligence.
Balls.
It's a perception.
It could be investigation too.
So Lawaj. It's weird they don't give me a DC for that. Yeah.
There is.
Oh, that's right. I know. There's a
It's the
DC.
same for all of them.
Yeah, there's a DC on one of the things where it's like, this is the DC for all of them. Fuck you. Fuck you. Just reprint it. Yes, you managed to find a part of the wall that looks like it pushes open, or perhaps pulls open, you're not quite sure. But yeah, it seems like there's a part of the wall that seems to be some kind of doorway.
I'm gonna open it.
So, you quietly grind the stone door open.
Just squirt some oil on the ground first.
Well, this room looks pretty clean, so Bones, you go first.
So,
Fuck you!
Is that just the arrow slit room?
yep, you find another 20-foot by 20-foot square room that seems to have nothing inside of it. It does, however, have arrow slits that seem to face the front entranceway.
Well, we know that for the east side.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm your light. I'll cast light on you if you want.
Sure.
I'll give you light.
Sure.
Just the normal light spell.
Sure, that'll work. Put it on Meebo.
On me, bow.
On Meebo.
Don't have a bow.
No, bow staff.
E-O.
I was making a joke because it's an Asian weapon, but it's using English. Never mind.
Here we go.
Thank you.
I don't think a bow is specifically Asian. Think
Bow
it would.
staff? I'm pretty sure it is.
So what are you doing? Are you casting light on something?
On Bones' bow. His staff.
Yep. Korean, Chinese, or Okinawan. Very tall and long staff weapon used in Okinawa and feudal Japan. No, I know that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Alright, well, wall or door?
Wall.
Door.
Oh,
I guess I'll check over here to see if there's a door over here as well.
I'll check this side.
I'll check on this side.
Ooh, what am I better at?
Better.
Nope. That was...
So, Bones, you are 100% sure there's absolutely no way there could possibly be a door in that wall.
Guys, there's no door here. Let's just get the fuck out of here. God.
You like go over every inch of that, and you're like expertly sure. It's like there's no way that anyone could ever put a door in this wall. Wacky,
I'm convinced there's no door here.
you search the wall beside you, and yeah, you don't seem to see any kind of doors or secret passages either.
Alright,
I'm gonna open up this door in front
As
of
for
you.
Lawage,
God, where'd he go?
this
Oh,
room
you
is
totally
this room is
bumped it.
featureless except for a rough-edged, 10-foot diameter circular hole in the floor to the east, and empty torch sconces along the walls. Double doors of amber stand open to the north and west. A single closed door lies just south of the western set of double doors. And you also notice sort of a faint, dim light kind of coming from the hole.
Who wants to take the first jump?
I don't know. You want to
hey
get?
guys,
you
there's
want
a
to
door to the south. You should probably check that out. That's where the body was.
Oh.
You want to get some light on the torches, or do you care?
Huh?
There's a lot of sconces.
First, did you take light on the torches? But it's no big deal. I guess we have light. Doesn't matter. Moving on.
You want the light all those
Oh
sconces.
yeah, that's what I was using as a light source.
What?
It's funny. Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Door.
You open the door, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
Inside this super important room is shattered bits of wood that cover the floor of this frigid 20-foot square room.
Alright, well,
Check that
check the
same
wall. Yeah.
So,
Wall check in.
so you
Wall
guys,
check in.
yeah, you guys feel around on the wall and you find yourselves a secret door, roughly in sort of the same place as the old, like as the place on the other side. Blah blah. Anyways,
Alright,
brain,
rest of you coming
brain
here?
just shut down for a second. They're like
Where's the body?
mid sentence.
Yeah, it's the body we saw outside.
I didn't see it. I wasn't here.
Oh,
Search
right.
the body.
Third body. Nope. That's
So
body.
as you start like poking around in the skeleton's body, the skeleton kind of starts to stir and it gets up
Yep, I saw this coming.
and it says, "Who are you?
Fuck.
What do you want?"
We woke him up to his nap.
Nothing. You're just looking around.
Probably not gonna believe that. Just
I
don't
mean,
worry.
what are we supposed to say?
You're here to stop a great evil.
You're not here.
You're dreaming us, Skeleman.
No, I'm saying you're not here, Box.
It's like
You know what, Lodge? You were the one who's poking him.
you
I
didn't.
find you incredibly
You don't-
attractive.
Don't give Lost the power. Oh,
I wasn't poking it. I didn't do nothing.
Can't a guy just lie down for a nap without being disturbed?
Okay, fine.
It's like, I
Yeah.
never. And he starts kind of like
Oh, Jesus.
pushing past you
Oh, Jesus.
so that
Okay.
you can leave.
Feel
So,
free.
you see that, like, on the floor, as he kind of starts slumping away, you notice that, you know, like, lying on the floor where he was is...
Gotta see this. Oh, hi there.
You see a wand lying on the ground. Oops, that's Jez's. I'm trying to take Skeleton Man. And he, like, kind of, like, starts going past Dusty. He's like, excuse me, young man.
Oh, sorry about that.
I mean, what? And you guys both kind of go the same way. And he's like, oh, what? And you guys kind of both go the same way again. And he's like, oh,
You first.
I don't... Oh... And then he starts leaving.
That's weird.
Okay.
Huh.
Any of you want to explain what the hell that just was?
I don't know. Why did it?
I didn't do anything.
But I did it. There's a wand on the floor, by the way.
What?
You'll
There's a
want to know what
wand.
that wand is.
So...
I'll pick it up.
Seems
Casimir kind of...
like this wand.
Casimir kind of,
Like
like,
a wand.
slinks in behind Dusty, and he asks Dusty, like, why did I just see a lich, like, walk by, and, like,
You know, I was
what
just
is going...
asking them the same question. They didn't answer me yet.
I don't know. I don't know.
He was
Said
taking
they
a
don't
nap,
know.
and we woke him
I'm
up.
gonna pick up
sleeping.
the wand, and I'll give it to Dusty once I know what it is.
I think he's
Oh,
a good
hey,
bitch.
real quick, just before I forget specifically, can everybody check their inventory and see who's got the scales from like way long ago?
Not
Scale
I, 'cause
set.
I wasn't there.
The what?
The
Scale
scales.
set.
The resurrection
Scales.
scales.
Yeah. Did anybody record that? No, we
Oh,
need to
right.
do
I wasn't
that.
there for
Did we take them?
I don't think I was
Yeah.
there for that.
You guys took them.
We took 'em.
You took them, and you identified
It
them.
was Dado.
I do.
Yeah.
Magical res scale.
Okay, good, good.
I assumed that.
Yeah.
I wanna
While
make sure
you
we
guys
have
are
it
all
down.
standing, well, basically everybody but Pyro, because he's just twiddling his thumbs out in the entryway. All five of you, give me perception checks.
Woo!
Hey.
Okay, so Dusty, Wacky, and Lawage, you hear kind of some scraping sounds from outside. Wait, does Casimir hear them too? Casimir also hears them.
This
And
outside?
you see, you guys like kind of hear like, yeah, it sounds like kind of scraping, almost like animal sounds, like on the like rough gravel and like icy tundra outside the temple. And you hear like Casimir kind of like rush to the window, and he's like putting his head like towards like the open space. And yeah, you hear what sounds like maybe like a large four-legged animal just take off and just go running back the way you guys came. And then Casimir just kind of like looks at the lot of you. It's like, you idiots! Did you leave that direwolf alive?
Oh.
Do you know what animals in this land are? Every single one of them's a spy of Strahd. You know,
Me and Jez were not a
that
part
thing
of
is
this.
taking off right now to probably go tell its master we're here.
I definitely slit that direwolf's throat.
Actually,
Not that I'm aware of.
I said it.
Versus?
I went over there and I said I was going to do it. I went
You should
up to
probably
the
sure
talk
You
about
probably should have said it better.
it's too late now. In any case,
Too late now. Wolf's gone.
how the fuck did it get healed in like 10 minutes?
Immediately just look at bones.
Well,
like,
he was unconscious.
serious.
Yeah, but you have to be healed to not be unconscious, right?
Well, it's not like it was like trapping the exit for some guys that were in a room behind it or anything.
I'm gonna pick up the wand now. If I don't
Okay.
already have it.
You pick up a wand.
What does it look like?
It looks like a brown stick, but carved into a wand shape.
And I'm gonna give it to Dusty and say that you probably have a better
Jeremy,
idea of what
give
this
me
does.
Give me that thing.
Yep, there you go. Go ahead.
You cast identify on the wand, and it turns out it's a stick.
You cast identify, and it's the wand of identify.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that this wand is magical.
Got runes all over the fucker.
It
Go ahead and
also
keep it then.
seems to have some letters carved into the side of it, but you know, some of them have kind of faded away over time. It looks like
Go.
it spells something in common, but
Rata.
Can I make it out?
You make out.
Abracadabra.
Fuck.
L.
Can I buy a bell?
Do. Hold on. I'm doing a cool thing. That's cool to me, anyways.
A mini puzzle?
This is what you find.
Entertainer.
Entertainer. Except that wouldn't fit. Close.
Tangler. No, that doesn't work.
But yep, that's what it looks like. Looks like you can tell, like, the blank spaces are letters. You can tell that there was letters, but this one seems to be just like really old, and it's enough. Like the engraving's not quite deep enough that it would survive forever. It was just kind of lightly engraved in, so parts of the one have just kind of worn away over perhaps hundreds of years.
Can't be worn down.
I know what it says, but yeah. That's because of other reasons. Okay.
Okay.
Identify that shit, or what do you want to do?
Well,
We should probably return
yeah.
it. It was that old guy's just taking a nap.
That's true, yeah. Feel kind of
Oh,
bad for
shit.
bothering him.
I don't. Did you mean to leave this thing open?
It's probably not meant to be open.
It's just a wall. Doesn't really seem like there's much down there anyway.
That's a good question.
You. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. So
It is open.
you see that somebody has left a secret door open that leads to what appears to be what was probably a scroll repository. As I quickly fucking at least seal the other parts of it up. There we go.
So,
Oops.
I'll just look around and be like, somebody didn't close the door. Scroll repository.
I'm just gonna say, for canon's sakes, that Bones went and leaned on a wall. He was like trying to think about something, like and then just like fell into the secret
I
doorway.
did
Or-
the short round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of
my
Doom.
Pretty
my
much.
theory is that the lich
Not my fault,
was
not my fault.
reading scrolls in there and then forgot to
Well,
close it because he got tired.
Even from the doorway, you notice that there are no scrolls in the sort of the scroll kind of holders.
None at
Yeah.
all.
Nope, you just see what looks like little bits and piles of dust. It looks like
Yeah,
this
where's
probably used to hold scrolls or maps or something like that, but
It's a shame.
they have all since faded away.
All right, I want to take a look
You
at
said
this
there
here.
was a light down the hall.
There seems to be like dim light coming from down the hole.
Do I hear anything?
No, you do not.
Okay.
We see down the hole.
No, the ground, like the floor is thick enough that you can't really make out what's down there. It's like the floor is probably a good couple of feet thick at least.
Wait, this.
There is nothing-
I'm confused.
There is nothing directly below the hole. There's obviously some kind of room down there, and something
Right.
inside the room is giving off dim light.
I gotcha. Okay.
But
Well, we all can't
No.
jump down there like you, so
Yeah. Well, not to mention, I'm not going down there by myself. Are you kidding? This will kill me.
How deep did you say the hole was again?
how deep is your love?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably 30 feet. Yes.
Okay.
The balcony is 30 feet off of the bottom floor, so 30 feet.
Raj.
Yes. It's actually probably in my description of the hole. Actually, it's probably not.
you know, I actually think
Pretty.
I want a 10-foot pole so I could put it across doorways and then tie a rope to it.
Got
That way.
magic rope already.
Yeah, but magic rope doesn't mean much when you can't hang it on something.
I it around the sconce.
Well, there's a couple more doors to the hallway north here.
I
Yeah.
have
Also,
pyro.
I'm pretty sure my magic rope will not listen to me.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's 30 feet. Yeah, so it's 30 feet deep. The first 20 feet of that is solid stone. So it's basically like a shaft that goes straight down. That's why you're not really able to see anything in the room.
Just too narrow. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, because you're basically looking down like a tunnel, so
Yeah, it's like a boardwalk,
all you can see is the exact size of like this hole in the floor below. But
What kind of
that also shows you that like the floor that you're standing on is, at least in this section, is 20 feet thick.
What would have made such a hole? Could I hazard a guess with some kind of check? I'm not very smart on these things, but
Survival?
curious.
No, give me an investigation check.
Investigation? I'll try. I'm very good. Oh, wow. I rolled pretty good. I was very curious today.
You're not entirely sure, but it doesn't look like it was it doesn't look machined, like you don't really see any tool marks or anything like that. It could have been like just a spot in the floor that maybe eventually wore away from.
I hazard a guess as to which way it was formed. Did something come out or did something go down?
You were not entirely sure. It doesn't look like it's not mushroomed out at the top, so it doesn't look like anything
Probably
bursted
not.
out.
Got it.
But not seeing the other side, you don't really know what to make of that.
Well, I mean, that's good. At least there's not like a pile driver waiting to, kill us.
A very tiny purple worm.
See?
Let's
I
go
mean,
into this hole.
maybe.
Let's have the tanks go first. There you go, buddy. Ron,
So-
stay behind me.
Oh.
You're going to get deaded.
So you begin moving into
Trying to protect your ass.
This spider cracked highway.
I can take care of
Pyro.
myself.
glazed
Pyro
amber.
made a deal. He predicts you, I predict Dusty.
Glazed amber covers the walls of this 20-foot wide, 70-foot long arched corridor. The amber doors at both ends of the hall stand open, and a closed door is in the middle of the east wall. 3 arrow slits are cut into the wall across from it, and cracks in the black marble floor run the length of the hall.
That's not good. Don't all go on it at once.
You know what they say about stepping on a crack?
Well, to be fair, we also
They-
just found out that the
Don't do that.
floor is
Well, the floor in that
20
section was the floor in that section was 20 feet deep. Just give me a perception check.
We'll do this thing.
I actually need to see.
I don't know.
Alright.
Just
Anyone?
looking at the room.
Lol.
Well, anybody that's in the room. So
You don't even know
wacky,
you're on floor.
basically wacky Jez, or I guess Bones, since he's standing in the doorway.
Did the thing. Got 20.
All 3 gender.
Yeah, I'll stay behind you if you move up.
I was trying to let Jez go first. I didn't want.
Well, I'll move up as soon as I hear the result of our
Well, anyways,
perception
my
checks.
perception was a 20.
Yeah. So you can see some of the cracks look fairly wide and fairly deep. But yeah, it looks like it's solid enough. Like it looks like they're, despite these cracks being like really deep and set in, you can kind of see down into it. You don't see any light, and you don't really see any spots where it seems hollow. So you figure that this thing should hold your weight no problem.
I'd say step carefully, everyone.
Also,
Step on crack.
Slow.
this entire thing is arched, so it should
I'm
show
gonna look-
signs of wear if it was
I'm gonna
unsafe.
I don't know how to describe this, but like, kind of like inspecting this area, and they're generally in front of me for like troop wires, pressure plates, little light beams that trigger shit, all kinds of fun stuff. Traps, basically.
You do not see any traps directly in front of you that you were aware of.
Surprisingly, this place also does not have lasers.
Yeah, there's a light beam like in Indiana
Lasers.
Jones. Come on. Can I look into this arrow hole, or is there nothing there?
Yep. Looking in through the arrow slit, you can kind of you see that the arrow slits look over the big, grand, main hall that you guys saw from the balcony. You are not, like, the light that you produce is not really enough to let you see very far. You can probably see that about here. You can kind of see, like, the staircase is this way. Like, I guess,
Okay.
like, this way is kind of the staircase, and you see, like, a column that goes from, like, the ground floor all the way up to the ceiling. But other than that, you can't really see much. You just see gigantic, cavernous, black room.
Okay. Alright,
Oh,
you want to try
door?
that door?
Alright, I guess I'll open it.
Go for it. I'm going to watch your back.
I'll watch
So,
in front of the door.
so you open the door. This chamber is brightly lit by red copper lanterns that hang from the ceiling. The walls are sheathed in amber that has been shaped into bas-reliefs of wizards with spellbooks. Stairs to the north and south descend 20 feet to an obsidian lectern, behind which a slab of black slate hangs from chains. Between the stairs are descending rows of red marble benches.
Were you,
Go
were you meant
ahead.
to hide him, or did you forget?
I don't know, make a perception check. Do you see him?
Alright.
As a person, I do.
I don't.
I'm not
Maybe.
Mm.
looking.
Nope, you don't see him.
Nope,
Alright,
no one
guess
there.
I'll walk in then.
Way slowly from the air.
You do know that arrow slits are meant to be shot out from, not into.
know that? How do you know which way's out and which way's in?
The
Usu-
way that the
like,
arrow
because of the way the wide end is the end you shoot from.
Are
And then
you gonna sit there and tell me that a fucking square hole in the wall can't be shot both ways?
it's not a square.
Well,
it's
you're
not a
gonna do
square
that.
hole. They're angled.
Rectangle, whatever.
And I think,
If you can shoot out, you can shoot in.
yeah, but it's a lot harder to shoot in.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna do it. I'll let you take an arrow in the back. It's cool.
So I'd say Wacky's far enough over that you see a humanoid figure slumped behind the lectern at the bottom of the thing. Why can't GM overlay? Duh. So you see a humanoid figure that's sort of slumped, hiding behind the lectern. It's definitely not like an unconscious body or something like that, because it seems to be trying its best to hide behind it. But I mean, it's just a pedestal lectern, so it's not the easiest thing to hide behind. It's not the greatest hiding spot in the world. Let's put it
Has he
that way.
noticed us?
Probably because you think that he may be hiding because you opened the door.
Yeah.
And we just filled this area with light.
Well, this there is already filled with light.
Oh.
You did a very
Nah.
irreverent thing. Just walk down the pews. Just YOLO.
Yeah, so
There's that.
if he wasn't aware of you, he certainly is after Bones goes jumping down fucking like benches.
Hello there, friend.
What does he, yeah, from here, what does he look
What
like?
are you doing
So
there?
he kind of turns around and kind of peers up over the lectern, like still kind of like taking cover behind it. He appears to be human or human-ish. He's missing a big chunk of his hair. He seems to have like big patches of like burnt skin on like the side of his head and that. Like he got fired like real good. So he's like missing a whole bunch of hair due to some big burn marks. You see scorch marks all over his robes. He appears to be wearing some kind of like wizardy looking robes. That doesn't look like he's wearing armor or anything. And he just kind of like peers up over the lectern and sort of like stammers out like, "Who are you?"
We're friends, maybe. I muttered that last bit under my breath.
I mean, we don't really have a collective name, but my name is Casapia. What burnt
I
you?
refer to you guys as the Apathy Crew.
I know you do.
That's what I use on Twitter. You guys don't have a group name, so I just gave you one. It's one that seems to fit. You're the Apathy Crew. At this point, Pyro's probably in the room.
I just realized
And
how
Casimir.
stupid of a
Probably made it
copy-paste
here.
job they did on this part of the map, because, like,
Because the one
the
bench?
back.
Yeah,
The
I
back
guess. I don't know what that was really supposed to be.
I suppose it could also be like a
Kneeling
like a
thing?
little blockade. A
Oh,
blockade.
yeah, it could be like a
Put your
little
feet up
railing.
on.
But he's it's like,
Anyways, yeah.
it's like, what do you want from me? I don't have anything of value.
Nothing.
If you're here to rob me, just
Doesn't seem like you have much
That's-
from how you
no.
look.
It's not
We're here to
true,
stop
though.
a great evil.
You have knowledge. You know what burned you, and we've come across a burned corpse before, and we would very much like to not get burned.
I don't know. What does he have on him? I kind of want it.
Shut up.
as-
You shut up.
You
Don't
want
mind our
some
rogue.
help with that? Like, and I'm like kind of gesturing at his burns.
yeah, they don't really look recent. Like it looks like they're like it's all like crusted and scarred over. So it looks like he was burned like looks like he's been burned for at least, like a few days, if not longer, maybe weeks, maybe months, but
Be like, we're here to stop a great evil. What are you doing here?
he tells you that I came here with my master, Jakarian. We came to investigate this temple, as we heard there was great, powerful magic in it. But we were attacked by some flame skulls, and my master was killed, and I barely was able to get away with my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna incite the shit out of that.
Yeah, you feel like that everything he just told you is correct. You don't think he's lying about any of that.
Okay. I believe you, friend. Why don't you stick with us and we'll get you out of here safely?
He tells you, it's like, I have no intentions of going out there and braving this, like, the rest of this temple. This place is a death trap. I'm quite happy right here.
I'm just gonna die in this room?
So I've
Really, you must eat.
I've been eating. I hunt.
What?
I hunt vermin, and
I was gonna say you probably see
Yeah.
several.
yeah, you would see like on the big altar behind him, like the remains of like a whole bunch of probably like rats and maybe the occasional bat or something like that. And like some of them look like the remains have been like picked clean and have been there for a long ass time.
Well,
They
it
probably
is our
started
mission.
out hesitantly eating, and then later on more voraciously.
It's our mission to clear out this temple. Can you share your knowledge of it?
He says that I don't know much. We were
Tell us everything you can.
it's like
Even the
we-
smallest detail might aid us.
He tells you that we were passing through the western hallway, west of the main, the main.
Foyer?
Nah. Is there a better? No. Okay. Well, like the main room. He basically tells you it's like west of the main room, the large cavernous, like main temple area. Like there's a hallway, much like the one outside this door, that. He tells you is like much like this one outside the door. We were investigating that hallway shortly after we arrived here, and that's when we were attacked by the flame skulls. They seemed to come out of nowhere and attack us. My master just didn't survive, and it was all that I could do to scramble out of there and retreat here. And I've been trapped here ever since.
Pardon me, friend, but I am naive in these matters. What exactly is a flame skull?
It's a small skull, and it's engulfed in flames, and it flies around and shoots fiery things at you.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
And they call me dumb.
Are they undead or are they demons?
So, like, as you guys are talking to him, you guys suddenly feel like a rumbling, just like a thump, just this slow, not mechanical, but a very methodical, just slow thumping, and it seems to be getting louder and closer. And you see villainous.
I look at Vidania and I tell her to close the
Are you
door.
already gonna
Villainous.
already
Oh yeah, he tells you his name is Vilnius. He, at
Vilnius,
this
not
point, at this, it looks like villainous, but they changed some letters around. He's like, close the door, close the door.
What is that?
Gotta do it. God.
So
Like, what is this new devilry?
You're gonna scare him.
Like in her Boromir.
yeah,
All right, big thing. Let's feed new guy to him.
it's like that is
What is that noise?
that is why I won't leave.
What is it? Tell us!
It's a giant amber golem. It patrols this hallway outside the lecture hall. It's like I haven't the strength or the power to stop it. Like he just kind of like cowers behind the lectern again. And he's like, as long as that thing remains, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. Which is a shame. Like there's nothing more that I would want than to retrieve the staff and the spell book of my master. They were great. He knew many great and powerful spells, and his staff was of great importance to him and very powerful. I would love to have these things, if not for myself, but at least to lay them to rest. My master, he was everything to me. He was almost like a father, but I just can't. I can't go out there.
Oh well. Do what we
Tried
can
to
do.
get in there, but the door.
He's like, I would be more than happy to leave this place if you guys took care of that gigantic
We'll see.
stone golem, but
Well, we're kind of here to do stuff like that, so maybe we can do that. You any good in a fight? Know any spells?
Don't
she's like, I'm not coming with you, so don't even bother.
Don't
Bitch.
worry. We didn't expect you to.
He's like,
You probably need to
all
find
I'm
your
interested
stuff.
in is my master's stuff, and besides that, I want absolutely nothing to do with this place.
Just stay in here and shoot at the doorway.
Alright, well, you said something making a big racket, so I am going to listen out doorway and see if I can...
You don't need to listen to the
First
doorway.
floor.
You hear something basically thump slowly down the hallway, and it seems to go past the door and continue for a while, and then it just stops south of you.
Like abruptly, or it fades away?
Well, no, it fades out, but it doesn't fade away to nothing. It's getting quieter and quieter, and then just stops.
See.
I
Well,
think maybe it
then...
made the hole. I don't know why it would, but
You think if it was possibly this amber golem he was talking about, it may be in the area. It may have moved to the area where the hole was. It may have gone further than that. Maybe it's gone like towards the entrance. You're not sure, but you think it's gone south of this doorway that you guys are standing by.
Well, do we wait it out or do we fight?
I mean, what's the point in waiting it out if we're just gonna end up seeing it again?
We could just play Ring Around the Rosie and just try to avoid it.
I would rather try and get it out of the way.
Down? Alright.
We should wait for it
Watch.
to get all the way down the hallway first.
Why would he open the door?
No.
do
Cause...
you have anything to deal with golems?
It's like if you think that I had something to deal with golems, wouldn't I have used it to?
I was asking Dusty.
Oh, I thought you were asking Vilnius.
Dusty,
No.
what
No.
do you know
I think
of
we've
the
already asked
golems? With your wizardly
Yeah.
might.
Vilnius just goes back to like kind of cowering. He basically just like puts his back up against the lectern and slumps down and just kind of curls up behind it.
Oh,
What do I know about golems?
You know.
Unless that's not the right check.
I'll give that to you. They're usually a magical construct given life.
Right.
That's like a book on it or something.
Of course, all the good parts would be. Yeah. So you believe that if this thing is made of, like, he called it an amber golem, so you imagine it's some kind of stone golem, probably. Stone golems are typically basically like statues that have been cut and chiseled like you normally would with a statue, and then given, a lot of the times they've been given life through magical means so that they can like walk around or defend an area.
Right.
You know that they are incredibly tough, like to the point where like non-magical weapons don't even do anything to it. They're like completely immune to damage from non-magical weapons. Obviously, they're completely immune to anything that would affect a mind. So, like, trying to charm it or stun it or anything like that wouldn't do anything to it. And, like, they don't get scared or frightened because, like, they have no emotions. They're basically just a giant stone construct.
Yeah. We gotta kill an animated mountain.
Yeah, so you know they're kind of slow. They have no intelligence of their own, but they're tough as balls and obviously like really strong because they're just a big thing made of stone.
Probably following the path that was set into it.
Yeah, so you imagine that it patrolling these hallways must have been a thing that it was instructed to do when it was created. And, like, a lot of the time, golems are typically used as sentries or guards or something like that. Because you don't have to pay them. You don't have to feed them. They just keep going until they crumble away. Then you make new ones.
Yep.
Super useful. And you imagine this one is probably made out of solid amber, if it was called an amber golem. Considering how much amber you've seen thus far, that doesn't really surprise you.
Is it a spell to create a golem? Does one cast a spell to do that?
It's a book.
Yeah, it's not...
Out of character.
It's magical. It's not like a actual spell.
Yeah. I was curious if, like, the spell magic would do anything to it.
You don't think so.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna be the first one out that door.
Do you have anything to shatter it? Hint, hint. Do you have shatter?
I don't.
Casimir's gonna...
I was asking Dusty.
Well, you guys are figuring out what you want to do. Casimir's just, like, kicking his feet up on the bench.
Shatter, that's what I was looking for.
What was the question?
Do you have shatter?
Shatter.
Probably not prepared.
Just shatter.
I would not have that prepared now.
That would have been a good spell.
Well,
Yeah, let me just look into the future next time and,
Yeah.
and know that there's gonna be fucking golems around and shit.
it's fine. It just gives you advantage, or he has disadvantage on the check. It's really not that big a deal. Whatever. Alright, fuck it, I'll open the door.
Okie
Do you even
dokie.
open stone doors stealthily, or is that, like, just not gonna happen?
Not really.
Don't
I just let you guys pretend.
Sure. The DC
I just wasn't gonna say anything about it.
There is a way, but you need an oil of slipperiness.
Okay. Alrighty.
I guess I'll
Well,
be
Phil-
the point.
Say what? Well, I just want to know where it was. I was gonna have Kieran take a peek, but if I
It's
I
south.
poke my head out,
It hasn't
how
moved
far
since.
south? Is the
Hasn't moved
question.
since it was down in that last
But if I
area that
stick
they
my
heard
head
it,
out
right?
with a light source, it'll notice me.
Well, technically, you're already sticking a light source. Like all this area right now, you're all lighting
Pretty
up.
dope spell though, Jess.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
so Jez is lighting up some of this area, and
I'll write that one down.
the room is lighting up this area.
It's very edge case, but
Does it sound like
Also
it's
nice.
coming back at this point, or not
Nope.
yet?
You guys have not heard it.
I'll go take a look.
Poke your little head out there stealthily.
I don't
I'm
see
not doing
shit.
stealthily.
Okay.
So Jez steps out into the hallway, and you don't see it.
I'm just gonna follow him after he does that.
I'll go with Jez.
So it's south. I'm gonna try to take up as much of this place as possible.
We follow, or do we go somewhere else?
You can follow. We
Alright.
know it's kind of this way.
Fellow party members, join us, please.
Sorry, I was writing down that dope ass spell.
That dope ass spell, dope.
You hear Casimir as you guys start walking out
South.
into the hallway. Casimir, you hear Casimir just basically sigh and is like, "This is a really stupid idea."
What? Fight the
The
golem?
golem south.
Yeah, fighting the big stone golem. So he's taking up the rear. And
I'm gonna prepare.
Pyro comes up and hangs out with Dusty. Like, yeah, fight things.
Spell book looking like
Wherever
oh,
Pyro would say.
everything. We're fucking locked and loaded.
Yep.
We are locked and loaded.
Probably should have took a short rest in that room. Oh,
And
You
okay.
can always go back and do it if you want.
I don't think I get anything.
No, we can't.
it's
Let's
It's like,
stop it.
oh wait.
it's negligible. I don't know where it's at, guys.
I'm charging around this corner any fucking second now. Alright, I will try to go up to the door here, and I'm gonna try to do it stealthily. Let's see if I succeed. If I do it Covering my thing, obviously.
Your giant staff.
Yeah, considering that
Is it
the
not
whole...
like a tip? It's the whole thing?
Yep.
Never mind then. I guess I
It's
can't
the
do
object itself glows.
that. Well, then there's really no point in a stealth check, but I'll roll it anyways. Why not?
Sure. It looks directly at the big light source.
It
I
didn't hear you
figured as
though.
much.
It didn't hear
I'm
you,
gonna-
but it definitely saw you. And it's
I'm gonna
time to roll
prepare
initiative.
for anything hostile coming through
Great.
the doors.
It's too
Glad
late.
We could,
It's roll
glad we
initiative.
could prepare some fucking attacks.
You should have
You
done
did
it
say-
sooner.
you already said you prepared stuff.
I didn't say what it was though.
Oh, well, you did say you were preparing something. Just let me
Yeah,
know
I
what
was
it was.
looking to see what I was gonna prepare.
I'm
thinking
saying,
about
just,
it.
just pick it now. It's cool. You said you were preparing something.
Well, it doesn't really work that way.
All right, fine then.
Because you can't. Because then it's be like, oh, well, no, I was preparing the anti-golem beam. I mean, I didn't say it, but
Is there? I
Will,
don't think there's such a
will
thing.
you give me a prepared firebolt?
I'll give you that.
Okay.
That's
It
very
was either-
dusty.
It was either gonna be that, or it was gonna be like a utility thing. So
Yeah, you typically prepare firebolt, so I will give you a prepared
Okay.
firebolt.
okay, cool.
Prepared mage armor.
Golem got a 13. That's pretty good for the golem. He's happy with that. Oh, fuck off. Let's scroll up
Feels
higher.
bad. Slower than Golem.
I'm slower than you.
Oh, wait. No, I've got his thingy open.
I know you
Initiative!
Oh my god.
You know, that's not bad for
Are
Pyro.
golems wise?
No. They are
They're
They are unthinking constructs.
They
The
probably
problem
have like really good constitution and strength and shit everything else. If I had to guess.
But the
Yeah.
problem with that.
They also
though,
don't have a mind to affect with something that would take a
Yeah.
wisdom saving throw. So something that would cause them to make a wisdom saving throw just won't work because they don't have a brain. They're just a moving statue.
If I only
Casimir.
had a brain.
Casimir didn't do too bad. Casimir got a 16.
Animate stone. Now it has a brain.
Lawaj, you get to go first.
I'm just gonna prepare a bow shot for as soon as I see that thing fucking pick up bones.
Cat.
It's not gonna get the bones.
Thinking if I could touch me.
Casimir is... He's going to do the one thing that nobody else in here is probably going to do. And he's going to turn around and he's going to prepare a firebolt at the doors behind you in case you guys get flanked by something. And everybody's so laser focused on the golem, nobody's watching the back door, so Casimir's going to watch the back door. Bones.
Make it sound like I
Probably
don't
not
do
a bad
that
idea.
half the battles.
Alrighty.
It's not like Casimir has no idea what's in this place. He's never been inside, so this is all new to him.
Oh, fuck,
He just
I got
sees open doors behind you, and it's like, well, maybe there's more golems or something.
Cool.
Who knows?
Bones is gone.
Yeah, we see Bones run off as always.
Yeah.
Just chill. Alright, so first we gonna start kicking and punching some golems here, so we gotta go crack-a-doo.
That is a hit.
Wait, I'm gonna punch him again.
Yeah, your fists are magical now, right?
They are magical now, yes.
Lucky for you.
Well, I'm doing these unarmed strikes, because
Yeah.
he said that only magical weapons hurt him.
8 does nothing.
Hey, I'm gonna flurry of blows and punch him again.
Nope.
Damn it, dude, come on. Fuck!
And that is still a no. I already told you no. Don't roll another
Okay.
10. I told you no. 10's not good.
It's the same roll.
Jesus.
Same
So
damage roll.
you punch it, and like this huge like whoa, punch, and a tiny little piece of amber just kind of chips off and falls on the floor, and it just kind of like slowly cranes its giant bird head down and looks at you.
That's
Oh, yeah.
I run back
Oh.
in-
By the way, it has a giant bird head.
I forgot it has a bird head.
Yeah. So basically, it's this big. It looks kind of like armor on it, like it's carved to look like an armored person, big, huge armored person, but it has a bird head.
Just turn around and be like, well, guys, we're fucked. Sorry.
Way to be
So
optimistic.
you guys hear thump, 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 and
Hey.
then you see
Oh, Jesus.
Birdman
you
comes.
You got the actual.
Birdman.
Yep.
Okay.
So the firebolt splashes across it. And yeah, does actually damage it. For some reason, I thought I remembered the thing being immune to fire. That's an iron golem that's immune to fire.
Idiot.
That would have been because the fire is really going to do a lot to that fucking stone. But whatever.
I think mud golems are the same. Hey, if you heat it up enough, it'll...
the bow clearly. Lawaj just shoots the bow between Jez's legs. Just goes pew, just like right between his legs and like bounces off the floor between the golem's legs.
I still just find it funny that 11 is still a crit fail.
Well, a crit fail is a crit fail.
Yeah,
I
crit.
know.
Your crit fail could
I'm
be
not saying I
50.
should've hit. I'm just saying it's funny.
It is funny. It is funny. How the fuck do you have so much plus to your thing? Oh, that's magical. That's right.
And bows also have that +2. Right?
He also picked up a fighting style.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
How many of you are close to the golem?
Oh no.
You had like a fucking 95% chance to not miss.
Jez
Yeah, that's why I
and
picked it, and
Jez and Bones. I need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw as the golem basically just lets out this like pulse from its body. Both of you need to make saving throws
Wisdom saving
as you
throw.
feel your body sort of contort.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm fucking.
Bones is okay. Jez, you feel like all your muscles kind of just contract, and you are slowed. So your speed is halved. You cannot make more than one attack per turn, and you can either take an action, a bonus action, but not both on your
Not
turn.
a wisdom saving throw. Odd.
Because he casts slow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a spell. Fair enough.
It's a spell-like ability.
Got it.
So he has slowed Jez. Dusty,
This-
it is your turn.
Does slow
turn.
lower your AC as well?
Nope.
Does not.
Nope. Half your speed. Only one action. Like only an action or bonus action. You can't do both, and only one attack.
Yeah.
It's anti-haste.
But you can have both at the same time, which is confusing.
See, if that was to happen, I would just rule that the haste overrides the slow and brings you back to normal. Or vice versa. Or slow would, like, override haste.
Or
bring
just
you
say
back
that
to normal.
haste dispels slow, basically.
But that's what he's saying.
Dirt back
They
here.
both just end.
I can't see whatever Casimir's looking at.
He's
He's
not
not
looking at anything particular. He's just watching the back door
Okay.
at the moment for... Because there's so many of you between him and the golem that he's watching the back, so that something doesn't
Yeah.
come along and punch him in the back of the head. Because none of you were watching the back door.
I'm gonna do. For now, I'll do another firebolt.
Firebolt! And it's a hit.
I'm at 14.
Is it just me, or did it take a
14?
long time to load those numbers?
It did take a long
Yeah,
time.
weird.
Oh, and there's his
How bad is
dice.
the dice?
My dice just rolled twice.
I like how it's
Weird.
lagged for all of us.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
I turned off 3D dice.
It makes it feel more legit. If that is all you want to do, Dusty, it's going to be Pyro. Pyro just kind of looks at the thing. He's like, I don't want to fucking get anywhere near that thing.
Pyro, stop being a puss.
And he realizes he doesn't have any ranged weapons. But he kind of looks at Jez, and Jez looks like really slow and lethargic right now. He's like, I could probably outrun Jez. If I have to. So Pyro, I've got buttons for that.
Like, Pyro, you saw Tiamat come from the fucking ground.
Oh, he didn't? Oh, I guess, yeah. He was there.
He did, and he's a
He
total
watched
fucking
some
puss.
other guys take care of that problem.
Yeah, but fucking, and he was also in prison, and fucking, he's a bitch. Such a bitch.
So he hits it for 6 damage, chips a little bit off of it, swings again.
You know, one of these days, Pyro actually has to play a character that makes sense for him to be cowardly.
That isn't just him.
Yeah. He should
Second
play
one, he just swings
Bard
and
type
misses
character.
the golem. That's going to be his turn. Wacky, what do you want to
We
do?
should play a gnomish wizard. That'd be great.
Eldritch Blast. On the golem.
Nobody likes gnomes.
And,
Tens
Lovely.
miss, which is fine because there's only 1
and
damage
bonus
anyways.
action, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Jez.
Next character's gonna be a gnome.
What are gnomes good for? Stepping on.
Exactly.
Pushing through, like, tiny openings, pretty much.
I've already got one made on D&D Beyond.
I'm sure if we had a gnome, we could fit them through the arrow
Hey,
slits.
everybody should go out and buy D&D Beyond, except don't, because the pricing thing is not very good.
Oh,
That's the end of that spiel.
Starfinder PDF is pretty damn cheap, though.
Hey, you know what is actually a really good deal is because of D&D Beyond, Forgotten Realms had to, or Fantasy Grounds had to cut all their prices down.
Nice.
So all the stuff on Fantasy Grounds got cut down to like the same price there on D&D Beyond. So that's
Okay.
nice, actually.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
I will do my one attack.
One attack!
I mean-
And it is no good. Miss.
That's no good.
You try to lightsaber off one of the legs and it just doesn't seem to work.
After my turn goes, I'm like very slowly saying, "Don't worry, guys, I've got another attack."
Yeah, it's like, wait for it, here it comes. 6 seconds later. Make another wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn.
Come on.
You were still slow.
I gave you bardic inspiration. You can use it
Oh,
on
I
that.
didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Is it the bardic inspiration?
Is it D6 or
D6.
or D8?
D6. 'Cause I haven't leveled
Spoiler
up.
alert, roll a 6. You are still
Okay.
slowed.
Alright.
If that's the case, I can only save on an 18, 19, or 20.
Oh no.
Have fun with that. Watch.
15% chance.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Or you can wait 1 minute for it to wear off.
Or how about no?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Or
it's
he
a
could do
bad idea.
both and still wait 1 minute.
Yeah, but-
You shoot it, and it just
Ah.
plinks harmlessly off the stone
Damn.
statue.
Just think though
Wow.
that 1 minute
You've
is
got the
going to
best-
be like, feel like
This is like the first time I've missed
2
like,
hours for
a
me.
month.
Casimir kind of glances over his shoulder and sees like this big, huge golem thing in the hallway. Kind of glances back at the north door, sees that there's nothing coming. So he decides he's going to fling out a... He'll just fling out He'll fling out a firebolt for now. Oh god, he absolutely hits. 19 plus whatever his fucking spell casting modifier is. For 15 damage. As I roll a real good firebolt. Gotta think. Oh god, everyone in the stream seeing me not do math. they're all seeing me do math really badly. Oh god. Bones, your turn.
Alright. I'm just gonna waltz on up to him. Same thing as last time, we're gonna punch him.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't see it. There it is.
Oh, it's really slow, wow.
Yeah, I wonder why it's doing that. That's
I don't
weird.
know. Anyways,
15, 15's a miss. 20 is a hit.
Alright, flurry of blows again. We're gonna do it. Oh, yeah.
Both of those hit.
I will
Or, sorry, not both of those.
The one, yeah, I gotcha. I will attempt to trip the giant golem somehow. Doesn't make any sense, but sure.
Sure. He
Well, think of
fails
you
it.
punch the back of his knee.
Oh my.
Cool.
You manage to trip it. Roll a d12 for me. As this thing comes
D12.
crashing down, possibly on top of all three of you
Oh,
in front of it.
shit.
Oh, God!
8, so he goes back. He's going to basically fall backwards into the doors and basically bust off these two doors that are open as he falls back into them.
Cool.
Good thing he's gonna be tripped for us all to get advantage on the attacks against him, and totally not his next turn where he can stand up.
Well, you know what? It's not my fault. You guys all roll fucking shitty whatever.
No, where's your ones that hit? An 8 and a 6.
Wait, I got
14
one
damage?
more. I got one more. So this one's with advantage since he's laying down.
Yep. Doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
Good
Doesn't
thing he had
matter.
advantage.
Yeah. And then I piece the fuck out.
As always.
So the golem slowly clambers back to its feet and it makes two. What are they? Smash attack? No, they're slam attacks. On Jez. One's a 28. One's a 23.
I don't think either of them hit.
That's impressive.
That would be very nice.
This is going to be complicated, so I'm just going to do this. That's the first one. So the first one's 25 damage. second
Christ.
one is 25 damage. So you take 50 damage
Shit.
as this thing just smashes you in the
all
face
doing?
twice.
Well,
Well then.
yeah.
Dusty!
My turn's coming up.
Well, good news is not prone anymore for you, Dusty. So blow a spell
We
slot
also
or two.
have Pyro, I guess.
Pyro's just slack-jawed at this point. He's like looking down at what's left of Jez, and he's like looking at the golem, and he's like, why am I not a ranged character?
Everybody fucking gives me shit for running away from stuff. This is why.
I kind of
Dano, fire and scorching rays. First one's a hit, second one's a miss, third one's a hit, fourth one's a crit. So 11, 22, 27 big damage. That's pretty good. As you blow, you just fire laser beams at it and blow chunks of amber off of it. It shows no signs of stopping, though. Would I say that was 27? 11, 22, 27.
22 plus 5, 7. 27, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't help that like I have a giant ass cut in like the end of my index finger too.
Ouch.
Yeah, I kind of did something stupid at work and split my finger open. Trying to clean off the edge of a filler. I was like cleaning it with my finger because I had pencil smudges on it, and then sliced my finger open on like the sharp edge of the filler. And I was like, oh yeah, that was dumb. That's what I get for working before my coffee kicks in. Pyro. Is going to lay on hands Jez.
For 5.
He would do that.
You know he would do that.
Of course he would. Jez is a meat shield for him right now. It's a stupid golem. If Jez
Can
gets
I-
back up, it's going to probably keep smashing Jez.
He would
Can I
lay-
tell?
he
Can
would
I
lay
tell
on
him
hands
to
for
attack
5.
because
That's what he would
I
do.
could
For
get Jez?
5, yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, if you tell him to attack, he'll go
Yeah,
defensive.
I got it. Don't worry.
You know
This is
what?
what I'm here for.
Hold on. Pyro.
Although Pyro can probably do more healing in one shot than you, can he?
No, well, he wastes his
Please.
entire lay on hands,
Yeah, if he does all lay on hands.
but then his lay on hands is gone for the day.
Pyro, a healer, please.
Pyro, D&D player, please.
What would that be? Will saving throw. That's what we're gonna do. Hold on. We'll call it a wisdom saving throw.
Pyro, you dumb fuck.
Okay, so Pyro fucking gets scared as fuck and he runs. He disengages and gets the fuck out of there.
You're a worthless paladin.
What a fucking bitch!
I'm yelling that at him.
It was not going to be a very big DC for him to, like stand his ground and be a paladin, but that crit fail, he's getting the fuck out
You were a
of there.
soldier. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't
He
think he
tells you,
actually
we didn't
fought
fight amber birds. We fought dragons. That's a bird.
Dragons.
You know,
Yeah,
this
but at
actually would have been a smart time for him to go intangible and square off against this thing.
Probably. But he crit failed that saving throw.
Question. If I come behind Jez, am I gonna get hit, or am I in, like, the range for the, golem?
Oh, more than likely.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah, if you are he's got big, long stone arms. You figure if you're behind Jez, he's going to be able to reach you.
That's unfortunate. Well, risk it for the biscuit.
Don't worry, because I'm there.
Yeah.
That
Ew,
may
that's a
or may
one.
not be pretty good. There's a big number and a small number in there, and then a
Yeah.
halfways number, so it's probably about middle of the road.
That's my action. Bonus action, I don't think I can do anything. That's it.
Okay. Jez, it's your turn.
And I'm still slow.
We'll say no. Yeah, fuck it, we'll say no. Why not?
Yay.
I'm a kind and lenient DM.
Then I will use half my movement to get up.
Okay.
And I will second wind.
Technically, half your movement would still be it would still be half your movement to get
Yeah, I
up
know.
anyways.
I know, but this way I can actually heal some. And possibly have a
Well,
buff.
no, you still have your move action and an action. You just don't
I-
get your bonus as well.
That's what I mean. I can't heal, because that's a bonus action. and I can't.
Oh, because
For instance,
you want to attack him
dodge.
and heal
Or dodge.
or dodge.
But I could do the most damage. Fuck it. I'm gonna hack at his balls.
Nice. I respect it.
Nope. His balls remain perfectly attached.
That looks better.
That one's
That'll
better.
be a trip attack. Probably not gonna not hit that, but it's more damage.
I think he's going to easily pass this. Yes, he did.
Then
Yep.
action surge, and then
He's not very dexterous, but he's very, very strong.
I can't hit Dex.
18 is a hit.
I will trip. I'm really good at rolling nice numbers in those.
I get he crits that one. So it's you go to trip him and you just like kick his leg, try to kick his leg out from under him, and you hurt your foot.
Hey, that's a good one.
And another trip attack.
Just keep trying.
Yeah, you're just kicking at like the side of his leg with your foot, and you're just like hurting your foot, and it's just kind of like looking at like its foot and then looking at you.
All the while, I'm
And
just
even
kinda,
like the mindless golem doesn't even get what you're trying to do. We got to do me a favor and add all that up for me. He's still going to be
Yeah.
alive, so I'll let Lawage take his turn while you add up all that damage.
I'll just do it easily.
It is going to look like it's probably in pretty rough shape after that flurry of damage, but it is still
There
up.
we go.
Yep, that's a hit. Yep, that's also a hit. What's your total, Jez?
Wow, that was almost max damage.
59.
That's a big amount of damage. So between your flurry of useless kicks to the leg and Lawage's well-placed arrow, you manage to fell the Amber Golem. It comes crashing... Oh, I don't know. Let's say we roll 1d12.
Still backwards. Whew.
Oh my god.
So
Go
it
away.
just kind of, like, lists to the side and smashes into the wall. And, like, one of the arms breaks off and, like, the head breaks off. And it just kind of falls into, like, a twisted, broken heap.
I'm pretty sure if that thing rolled well enough, it could have just killed me outright.
Just saying, it rolled mediocre damage, and it would have taken me from full to 0.
Oh my god.
So you guys get...
No, like straight killed me. Like no saving throws.
Stone Golem is...
Possible.
Well, it did 50 damage to you.
Divided by 7! You guys get 842 XP!
Oh
Yay,
my
I can
God,
level up.
Finally leveled up.
Yeah, so we have to rest.
Casimir gets... Casimir, 842. That includes your share for Casimir.
Cool. That's just me.
He's like, yeah, XP. Alright. Pyro comes over and, like, claps you on the back. He's like, see? I knew you had it. I believed in you. And he gives you, like, a big thumbs up.
I'm just like disgusted with Jafar right now.
I'm just gonna shake my head slowly and just kind of like walk away and give him the fucking walk of shame.
I think.
And
we,
he like points out that like Bones is shaking his head and walking away. He's like, "See, she didn't think that you could do it. I knew you could do it," and gives you another
Can I
big
pick
thumbs
up
up.
can I pick up a piece of the golem that may have just fallen, that may have come off?
Sure. How big a piece?
Size of my hand maybe.
Sure. You have a fist-sized chunk of amber.
I'm gonna tell Vilnius that the golem is dead. He is free
how
to leave.
heavy would the head be?
He just
I
kind of
don't
like
know
pokes.
heavy amber
He
is.
just kind of like pokes his head up, and you see him like look at you guys, and like he kind of squints suspiciously at you. He's gonna make an insight check actually. You see him like look at his shoulder, like his left shoulder, and kind of nod, and then he just kind of like waits.
Wait, look at his left shoulder.
Yep, he looks at his left shoulder.
I noticed that.
Give me an insight check. But I will say you probably... You know what, I'll say you probably do. He doesn't really seem to hide it. But he looks at it, like, directly at his left shoulder, and he kind of nods his head. and then he waits, and he kind of like looks at you. Sort of look at you guys. Sort of looks at you guys suspiciously for a minute, and then you see him kind of like lean his head to the left a little bit, and then he's like, "So it's dead. It's safe now."
Well, maybe not.
And
Maybe you should let us clear out the temple first.
he's like, He's like, okay, you. It's like, I'll let you guys do that. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I'm just gonna block the door for
Feel,
a second.
feel
and be
free.
like, wait, who are you talking to on your shoulder there? I'm curious.
Tells you, what are you talking about? Nothing.
Clearly, you're listening to some thing.
Tells you, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say
Bitch,
anything to
I
anybody.
fucking saw you.
Marissa, language.
Sorry.
It's. I mean,
But,
he
like,
looks
I couldn't
wizardy,
help but
right?
notice you were bending an ear to something over your shoulder. Are you hearing voices, Vilnius?
He's
tells-
an apprentice to a wizard. He probably has a familiar guy.
He tells you that.
I summoned mine.
He's like, I don't see like what.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had that.
I don't see like what any of this has to do with anything. Like if it's safe, let me leave.
Well, we're only taking you at your word that you're not, somebody who's supposed to not be here, something like that.
Like what would that matter to you anyways?
I don't know.
If I was going to attack you, why wouldn't I have just attacked you when you were fighting the golem?
Because this is Barovia, and people do stupid shit like that.
So he's
Like,
gonna like finally he starts having enough and he tries to push his way past you.
How to resist that bitch? Be like, look, motherfucker, answer my questions.
He just sort of like you see he's getting like really uncomfortable, not angry, but like really like if you were to take like a claustrophobic person and start like shoving him into a closet, that's like the kind of look he's starting to give you.
Panic.
And he's like, just let me go, please let me go. I want to leave this place.
Let him go.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what this is about.
So,
Can you
as
talk
Bones
about-
does not let him go, he immediately casts Burning Hands right in Bones' face. Give me a dexterity saving throw, you, Wacky, and Jez. He's going to cast that at third
Damn it.
level.
I was trying to let him go.
Burning
I,
hands
I
does
wasn't.
shit for fucking
Aw,
damage.
cry. I didn't want to get involved.
You guys not think that that's suspicious? That's weird.
It's suspicious that I don't know what to find out.
Bones
Seen anything, I can't
fails.
comment.
Wacky passes. Waiting for his roll from Jez.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what level am I?
10,
Next number.
15, 19 damage to Bones. 9
pretty
damage to Wacky, 9 damage to Jez. And he just kind of like looks at like the sort of like singy fire stuff coming out of his hands. He's like, I just want to leave. He's just like, he just starts repeating, let me leave, let me leave, let me leave. Yeah, you took
Did 19 damage?
19 damage.
Okay. Are we in initiative? Can I...
Can I pull him out of the doorway?
Well, I'm gonna fucking knock this dude out.
No,
Fucking cast
let
burning
him
hands
go.
on me.
Why?
So, you feel... okay, give me,
Casimir.
before we even go into your attacks,
Alright.
you feel like a hand from Casimir also basically like aggressively grab your shoulder and say, let him go. And roll initiative, you, Jez, and Casimir. Jez and Casimir are going to attempt to stop you. And Villainous is also going to roll, because he's attempting to escape.
It's really not worth attacking this guy.
I step out of the way for Casimir.
Casimir gets a
I mean,
19.
that's fine. If Casimir says this, let him go, then I'm down with that. I
Well,
just thought it was really weird. He might be in on this shit.
well, roll your initiative, because
Already
if...
did. I got a crap one.
Oh, 6. Villainous is going to get a 10. Casimir casts Shocking Grasp on Bones. 22 versus
Oh,
AC.
God.
You could have just said no, you asshole.
Well,
I was just gonna pull him out of the way.
this is how Casimir deals with problems. 15
I'm like panicking.
damage
Oh god.
to
I'm gonna have
Bones.
to deal with that.
And Bones can no longer take reactions,
Whoop-de-doo.
allowing Villainous to be able to squeeze past him on his turn. Jez, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna pull him out of the doorway so he can let this guy through.
Okay, make a strength check. Bones, you can contest it with disadvantage if you want to.
I'm not gonna check bones.
That's
some
fine.
people.
Casimir doesn't know you guys. He's not fucking around. It's a dangerous place. You guys are acting like children. He's laying down the law.
I don't know whose side that guy's on. He could be on our side, or he could not be.
You gotta roll a strength check.
I'm
Or-
not. I'm letting you do it.
Okay,
Oh.
so you managed to drag Bones, however,
I
10
wanna
feet?
pull him, like out into the hallways. Give
Villainous
name?
kind of like
Room to go
sidles
through.
past.
I
And-
trust Casimir, basically. So as soon as he
Sorry.
said don't do it, I was gonna let him not do it.
on your
I'm
turn,
sorry.
you can relent.
Hey, just think.
Villainous
People
guy
think
starts
police.
kind of running, and he like throws himself kind of at the wall, away from Pyro and Dusty, who are hanging out by the golem. And he's like,
They won't hurt
he
you.
watches the golem more than he watches like Pyro and Dusty, and you see him just like and you see him like take off like down past the doors. He probably gets to about here. And Bones, you can take your turn if you want, but if you're just gonna relent and let the guy go and all that, then we can just
I'm not gonna chase him if that's what you mean.
then we will just end initiative.
I will ask Casimir if he knows it.
Shortest combat ever.
Tells you no, but the last thing we need to be doing is wasting our time attacking, what seem to be weak and helpless people. Because of your idiocy and leaving that wolf alive, Strahd is probably going to be on his way here soon.
Hey, Casimir? Suck my dick.
He does make a good point though.
You know what? You can all suck my dick.
Your
Yeah,
habit.
Casimir
Alright, well,
Casimir
I'm
starts
gonna-
prepping a lightning bolt.
Here, Jez.
That seems overkill.
This is incredibly out of character.
Whoops. Well, that's unfortunate.
Well, you think of, he knows how dangerous this place is, and
No, I'm saying
I-
Bones,
Bones.
is out of
oh
character.
yeah,
Yeah,
so much for the
actually saying
lawful
for him
good.
to really suck my dick. No, I'm actually
No,
lawful neutral. I
I
changed
think
that later.
I think he was talking about the trying to stop this guy from leaving. Mr.
Yeah, when he
You
seemed
went-
like he
you went
just
from
was
a guy who
panicking and
didn't
wanting
wanna
out.
kill anybody to now attacking people who just want to leave.
No, I just wanted to know who he was talking to. He attacked me, and I will defend myself. There's nothing
Because you
unlawful
wouldn't let him
about
go.
Because I
Um,
wanted to know.
I'm sorry, Casimir. This doesn't typically happen.
Okay, fine. Every time we let somebody go, some stupid shit happens, and you know it's fucking true.
And the last thing that got away was your fault.
Yeah, well, you know what? Suck my dick. All of you.
Alright, I'm heading north.
Anyways,
I'm gonna roll perception checks for things that can overhear all you guys. Potentially. Okay.
hey guys, you want to possibly rest somewhere?
Oh,
Not a bad idea,
that sounds like a good idea.
like a good place. Chapel's a great place. Let's do it here.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to fucking inspect the goddamn golem while that was going on.
So what do you want to know about the golem?
I want to see if there was anything in it that spilled out when it fell down.
No,
and
it
crumbled,
seems to just be made out of solid amber.
Actually, now I got a great idea for a golem that's like a
Can I
pinata.
take a big old chunk? You think it's worth anything?
You don't think that it would probably be worth much. I mean, if you took the whole thing, it might be worth a couple of 100 gold or something like that. But
Yeah.
Bring the golem out.
if you want to take a little chunk of it as a souvenir, you're more than welcome to. There's lots
Yeah,
of.
I'll take
we survived
or
Barovia.
Is
Or
this-
not.
a slightly less than fist-sized chunk of amber.
Okay.
Fistful of Amber. Name of the title.
Yeah.
Name of the episode.
Fistful of amber.
Is this
It's too
fake
bad I don't do
like
my
that?
titles post recording,
Yeah.
as opposed to pre-recording. Probably get
Yes,
way
it-
fun. I'd probably get way funnier titles that way.
You want to come in the chapel to do this short rest?
Yeah. Is his face intact?
No. Like half of it's kind of crumbled because like the head basically like blew off and it like fell on the ground.
Okay.
So I'm gonna remove these doors. Those doors no longer exist technically. The
I am gonna
golem fell back
come
through them
down
and smashed
here.
them open.
Gonna lay the book down.
Does it look like Vilnius left anything here?
Just the remains of rats.
Alright.
He's gonna
I
go.
want one.
Well,
Oh, rats.
the remains look old. The freshest one you see is probably from 2 or 3 days ago, and it's been almost picked clean. It's mostly just like bones and skin, and like the fur.
I'm fine with this.
Okay.
That's
Sure,
weird.
get
I'm
some
talking
slots
to your
back.
shoulder. Yeah. Close the door. Short rest. Sure, everyone's in. Obviously.
And you get a d6 with any hit dice you use.
Yay.
And I get a spell slot back.
I get my spell slot back.
God damn it.
Get one spell slot back.
Well, it should be more than that. Isn't it like half your wizarding level?
7.
Which is
Oh, okay, cool.
Half you're in.
which is 6, and I used a level 3 spell.
Oh, so
Get
you...
one level 3 spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say like you only get to do that once per day, so I don't know if I forgot you
Yeah.
used a level 3 spell.
Said it was
Yeah.
a D6, right, Wacky, that
So,
we get?
might as well
Yeah.
use it now.
Yep. No, that is a good use of that. I just was worried you were wasting it to get like a level 1 or 2 spell back.
No.
You would be able to get like.
During this short rest, I'm gonna ritual cast Identify on the wand.
Sure. You can tell
We're all sitting so far from each
that
other.
the wand is
We're in-
a wand of secrets.
Wand of Secrets.
Yep.
God damn, I fucking suck at rolling dice tonight.
Has wand of secrets has 3
Three
charges. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 30 feet in any direction.
There
Yeah,
we go.
we-
Finally.
And you get one
We've
one
dealt
D
with it.
3 1d3 charges back at dawn. And using all the charges doesn't do anything to this wand because it's got so few charges.
Right.
Like most magic items you find like that give you casts if you use up all the things. There's like a 1 in 20 chance that the thing crumbles away and is gone, but Wand of Secrets doesn't have that.
Yeah,
It's not cool enough.
lower level stuff do that.
Okay. 2.
Does that secret tell you what the missing letters are?
You could... You know what? If you wanted to expend a charge of the Wand of Secrets, I would give you the... As long as... Yeah, you know what? That would be the closest secret. I would give you the rest of the letters.
As I do it, that's awesome.
No!
Why not?
They
Alright.
do it when we're not.
I was gonna say, as long as there's no secret door near you, but that would be... The wand would be the closest secret, because it's coming from the wand.
Can it
It's always
point
right.
towards
So,
itself?
so yeah, if you wanted to know what the rest of that word was, you could expend 1 charge to sort of
of it
magically
this way.
fill in the letters for a second so you could read it.
It's always going to be a secret, so it will never find doors.
Oh,
It'll never work.
Yeah,
It just spins in place.
But if we do it once, it's not a secret to us. So I take it we don't get attacked in the middle of this.
nope, you're fine.
Okay,
Cool. Let's go north.
I feel much better. God damn.
Yeah.
I feel like every fight is me dying. Well, not really me dying.
Well, that
Because
was a pretty
Pyro
nasty
plays
group.
like-
I'm working on it.
It's because Pyro
I'm
was a
gonna-
coward.
I'm gonna sneak up
The
here-
dice
up
said
here
Pyro was
for
a coward at
anything
that moment.
That is blind.
So, you move into this top corner. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, it's
Nobody will start moving. So
oddly quiet.
The problem is, like, all these rooms have terrible fucking names that don't really describe what they are. So, the walls and ceiling in this eastern portion of the bare stone room have collapsed. And to the west and south are open amber doors. In the center... doesn't matter. This is where the golem came from, so if you had came in here before the golem decided to go walking around, you would have seen it. But yeah, you imagine this is where the golem... like one of the ends that it patrolled around from. You see that the eastern part of the room has completely, like, caved in. from like a landslide or something, or some earthquake maybe has like collapsed that whole part of the room. It seems completely impassable. And there's some doors in the west that probably lead to the big main chamber.
Yeah, right next
Because
to
yeah,
something I haven't seen. Well, I guess I'll peek out into here.
So you see what looks like some kind of balcony or something like that through those doors.
And just barely see a statue's head.
Yep, you can see the head of some kind of giant hooded statue or something like that.
Oh god, everything lit up.
So you see a black marble balcony 30 feet above the floor overhanging the northeast corner of the temple. And then there are also 2 amber doors to the north that seem to be open.
Always a good sign.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, I suppose so. What else are we gonna do?
Yeah, a little bit more. Sneak, 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 sneak. All's
Nice,
quiet.
nice.
All's quiet. Too bad it's super bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
put up
you
my
can
sword
see
and not
probably... How far can you see, Jez, with that light? You get a bit better view of the room. You notice... it's hard to pick out really any details, but across from you, to the west, on the other side of the statue, seems to be a similar balcony to the one you guys are on. But the whole thing seems to be kind of crumbled and broken away. There's still a bit of it remaining, flanked by 2 doors, much like a mirror image of the 2 doors, like in front of you and behind you. But they all seem to be closed. You seem to be like above the grand main temple area, where there's, you can kind of see that there's some columns that go floor to ceiling, and you're about 30 feet above the floor. I don't think there's anything on the floor that you guys would notice. No, like there's nothing down there that you guys can really see from here that would be of particular note. You do see that there's like some passageways and doors and stuff like that down on the lower floor, but it's hard to kind of make them out.
Yeah, like we might be able to see them over here, but that's about it.
Yeah, you can see like basically you can see 2 big open passageways like here.
Oh, I
and
can't see that far.
wow, okay, you see this one. Lawage would be able to actually see that one
And
with the light.
we know this place is pretty much
So there seems to be more temple,
weird.
like basically whatever's on that side of the temple. There's stuff underneath of it, obviously, because there's passageways that go to the eastern and western halves of the temple, and you can also, I don't know how far Lawage can, with his night vision, can probably scope out a big set of double doors. Like down below that balcony. Yeah, you can see the doors across. Jez was even kind of able to make those out, but there seems to be lots of ways to go from this big main hall, both on the floor you're on and on the ground floor 30 feet below, or on the lower floor, I should say. You're technically on the ground floor.
Yeah,
Guys.
something tells me that this fucking place is really, really big.
Guys, there's
The
griffin feet up
destruction.
ahead. There might be a griffin
It's just a
up ahead.
candlestick, dude.
My perception's not that great, guys. They're griffin feet. Okay, just a
Oh
leg.
god.
Oh yeah, because every time I move, light dramatically changes. Is that what your oh god was?
So, this bare stone room consists of a foyer to the west and a shrine to the east. 4 candlesticks lie on dusty floor of the foyer, and in the shrine, fragments of a shattered obsidian statue are scattered in a raised alcove at the eastern end of the chamber. 2 pairs of empty alcoves line the north and south walls of the shrine.
Where the golem came from.
No, the golem came from the other room.
Now this,
Judging
the
by
shattered statue is made of obsidian, so it's like a black, like jet black stone.
also
Right,
judging
right.
by
And
how
it's
the,
smashed pretty good. You can't really make out what it used to be. It's just in pieces, like lots of pieces.
judging by how the plateau was busted on the other side, I don't think that golem could stand on it. Might be too heavy.
Yeah, the balconies definitely look thinner than the big thick stone on some of the other areas. You imagine that's also what caused all the cracks in that floor by the
I better move back. So
by the lecture hall.
Or a lecture hall.
Yeah, that's like you imagine that's probably why the floor was so cracked and split, is because of the golem patrolling back and forth.
Take a look at this northern wall here for basically secret.
we got a wand for that.
Just a few charges.
Feeling around on it, you manage to find a passageway in the door.
Hey. Good.
Beyond it, you find a set of stairs that seem to lead down.
Darkness.
I found something.
A dusty corridor heads north and bends to the east, ascending a dark staircase. The air is thin but heavy with the stench of death.
Don't call Dusty a corridor.
I don't like this place. Maybe we should go. I don't know.
Barovia or the place we're in right now?
This is
All
the
of the
temple.
above.
This is the
Before
temple.
before
There's
we
probably
go
gonna
down
be
the
dead
stairs, I want to check. I want to open the doors over here.
Okay.
Rather not go towards the smell of death. Oh, well,
right.
this is nice.
So, you find a narrow room with an arrow slit in the center of the southern wall. So it's just a 10-foot high room with an arrow slit that looks out over the main temple area.
How much you want to bet there's a secret door in here too?
I'll check this wall if you want to check that wall.
Or I'll go to the
You-
north wall.
Hey.
You do not seem to find any secret passages of any kind. And neither does Wacky.
Alright.
You don't really need to check the southern wall, considering you can see out the arrow slit exactly where it goes.
Right. Where?
I just didn't put the arrow slits in.
Yeah,
I guess I could have, but
Where ballpark would it be pointing out? Let me see if I can see.
Right
Yeah,
behind the
there's a
statue's
door.
head.
I
Not
see it.
it's right. Yeah, it's right here.
So it's clearly looking down into this main room or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't
It
You
know.
seems
can
like
also
all-
see there's another arrow slit on the other side of the statue, kind of
Ah,
basically like over the statue's shoulders.
Must be on way in.
So
I say we take
you,
a secret door.
you
How
guys,
fancy are these candlesticks?
not all that fancy. They are.
Don't want a rug.
I would say they're probably just tarnished brass candlesticks.
Something heavy duty for
they're-
temple.
Yeah, they're more utilitarian than fancy and ceremonial. Like, you don't really notice any
Alright,
religious
makes sense.
carvings or anything fancy on them. They just seem to be for holding candles.
And they're not gold and stuff, so they're not
No.
worth that much.
Way to come down the passage that I found.
I'm waiting for the people that can't see to be closer so that we can see the path.
Good idea.
Good, more helpless people to
opening
go
the path.
beat up on in these secret hallways.
This guy, come on, let's go.
There could be.
I'm gonna have
Run.
to. The
Hey,
second,
look
the
at
second
the
floor is on a
We're
completely
experts
separate
now,
map,
we're
so
doing
I'm
that.
gonna have to do some
Hey, we're all
Let's
spinning.
go pyro.
This
Hey,
is
he's with us,
soon
it's
each
fine.
other.
Fair enough.
Pyro and Casimir are always with you. They're usually kind of like lagging behind a little bit, but
Their computers aren't so good, so they
Huh.
take a while to get to us.
This is the end of the hallway. We need to go to the second map.
well, is that everybody? That's everybody.
Whoosh! Away we go.
So, you guys descend down the stairs.
I don't think Dusty would be near the front.
Oh, I don't think you copied my my light.
Nope,
You
I didn't
comment
copy
on-
anybody's
No.
light. I'm gonna have to add that in a sec.
You got
My
my
bad.
light.
Well, no, I have whatever
You got the
light
small
you
one.
had like when I originally copied these characters.
Yeah. 15, 15.
You know what? You guys are probably gonna keep these things throughout this lower half. So, 60 feet 30, and Bones had 40 20. Why is it not loading Bones? There we go. Wow, it's being slow for some reason. 40 20, and
Be a
all
lot of
players
lag
see
in
it.
the server.
Hey, Dada, do you want a sword so that you can increase jams and lower jams? And annoys Epic the entire time?
Lower the chin.
I have learned I'm never gonna give Data one of those things again.
Just give me control of it.
I can't. Like, that's not a thing I can do.
Here's something I did for when people hold torches.
Yeah, you put a torch down. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, it's like, that's not a terrible idea, actually.
I just have a manual torch. I should be able to just give it to the
It's-
player.
Well, yeah, you
Just
can.
assign
You
it to the
can
player.
give that
Yeah.
token to like the player. Like, basically, you can let all players control it.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a dude, and he definitely sees me.
Yeah. So, as you're kind of creeping down the stairs, you see sort of an undead-looking thing, and he definitely sees you. So I'm gonna need everybody to stop moving for a sec as I describe what you see in the room.
I'll go, shh.
This room has has amber glazed walls and a floor of dark green marble. 3 amber sarcophagi stand in alcoves. 2 feral humanoids with ghastly gray skin stare at you hungrily with 3 eyes. 2 normal ones and a third one that seems to be blinded by cataracts. 5 more, you can kind of notice them, Jez, seem to be clinging to the walls and ceiling. So
Oh, boys.
we're going to
Fuck
have to
those things.
roll initiative.
Dusty, we found some helpless people to beat up on.
Oh, good. Good, let's do that too while we're at it.
Dusty, we found a place you could fireball, potentially.
You don't suck on the initiative roll.
Wow.
Language.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I seen the 20, I'm like, that's not my color. Oh.
Undead doohickeys. They would start with a G.
I'll point into the room and go,
Yeah, so, the ghasts get a, 12.
they make really annoying noises in Minecraft.
Casimir and Pyro. Pyro will be a little further up. Casimir will be further behind.
I need to refresh my roll 20.
Boop, 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 boop. Roll initiative for Pyro.
And
And add Casimir.
Hey, someone's less than me.
Casimir's
don't
at
come back.
17.
17.
So, Dusty, you're going to be going first.
Casimir a ranger or is he some kind of spellcaster? 'Cause
He's a spellcaster.
Casting spells this entire
Given
time.
that he cast
I know
Shock
that.
Grass
I
on
know
you,
that. I'm just saying he has a bow in his hands from his icon. I just wanted to make sure
That's
that
because
I was
that's the
crazy.
best elf icon that I could find.
Good enough for me. That's all I wanted to know.
I used, like, the elf shaman, and I colored him black.
Yeah, I was not going to recolor a fucking
Oh,
token
it's
just for
these two
Casimir. I
dudes
didn't
right
care.
here, right?
There's
Fine, I
one.
there's a
just
bunch
weird-
more in the
Yeah,
room.
Jez saw like a bunch of them kind of crawling on the walls and
I
ceiling.
thought it was like a puddle. I was like, what the frig?
Now, those gold things seem to be gigantic amber sarcophagi, 5 feet wide, 5 feet deep, and 8 feet tall, with a small kind of black wisp of darkness, like, kind of trapped in the middle of it.
Alright. Right here. I'm gonna look at you like,
There's a lot in there.
Yes,
Wow.
there is.
There's a lot.
Is that an
Yeah,
inside? There's
Jez didn't really get a chance, like, he didn't really get a good look at how many, but he saw, like, a whole bunch kind of buzzing around. Like,
it's
once-
Not, it's not just 2, right? It's not just 2.
There's a bunch.
There's a bunch.
I seen 2 on the ground, and
There's a
probably,
lot.
like, bits of
We
legs
see
and
what you
others.
see,
Yeah,
Dusty.
There's many. Multiple.
He thinks there's probably
Yes.
at least 3 or 4 more than the 2 that he originally saw that, like,
Okay.
spotted him. As they all kind of basically just started, like, running around the, like, the walls and ceiling like angry bees.
alright.
You're gonna wake the hive.
Boo.
Get out. Frig. There we go. 20-foot radius.
I'm guessing you're fireballing into the middle of the room.
20-foot radius. That's big.
As long as you shoot it 21 feet away, it won't hit you.
I'll
It is
say
the quintessential AoE.
I am literally like shooting it right
dead.
here.
Yeah, basically so that you're just outside the blast radius, pretty much, or
Yeah.
basically as close to center of the room as you can see, really.
As I'm able to act, because like
Yep.
I can't go like this.
Yep,
'cause
no, that's
the
good.
door.
Roll your fireball.
Please be good.
Damage.
Spellbook.
Please also be working.
Oh, God.
25.
That's not great, but not bad.
Not great.
I gotta make
It's
a
literally
whole lot of
light,
saving
it's
throws.
literally average.
I have rolled worse. I will say that.
Pass, fail, fail. Fail, pass, pass.
Actually below average.
Super fail.
Averages.
Literally 36.
So you...
No.
Oh
it
god,
would
they all have
be
giant hitboxes.
27.
Fuck.
An 8d6.
It'd be 28.
Half of
Oh,
25
yeah,
is
wrong
12.
button.
And he's hurt. So 4 of them seem to... You hear 4 screeching voices that make it sound like they took the brunt of that fireball, and then 3 not so loud voices that sound like they didn't take the brunt of that fireball. 1, 2...
It's really nice of
Dusty,
them
that's the coolest
to-
thing I've ever seen.
It's really nice of them to exclaim in order, so that we
Yeah,
can
how
both
much-
tell their numbers
How much agony they seem to be in.
and the numbers.
Okay, that's everybody. Okie dokie. You have injured a lot of things.
And that's I can
You
literally
have-
move like I can move like here.
You've technically...
That's like this
Huh.
is my movement.
You technically just did 136 damage.
Sick.
Good job.
I did it.
Bones.
Okay. Cool. Let's see here. I'm gonna dart in here. Nice, nice, nice. Oh yeah, there's lots of things in there. Cool. I'm gonna bonk this dude here. Should bonk him.
That's a hit.
Bonk him again.
I'm waiting for the again. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh no, he is still alive after your first bonk. Your first bonk knocks him for a loop.
18 and a 5 damage.
That is enough to kill him or incapacitate him. Your
Kill it.
choice.
He's undead. Undead aren't living. I can kill him. Living
Wait,
things I don't kill.
he is my guy. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
We have an uncanny ability to target that guy. And then I'm
Oh,
gonna.
you
I'm
always
actually
put
gonna-
him like front and center.
Yeah, you always do kind of put him right up in front. That's funny.
Well, it's usually the front one closest to you guys is usually the one I end up picking.
I'm gonna shield Dusty with my body. I'm gonna dodge as a bonus action. Super thingamabobber that I can do, whatever it's called.
The
Not,
patient defense.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
Casimir.
Are you gonna fireball in there too, just to not show him up?
Casimir kind of comes down. He basically walks up behind Dusty and asks for like the 411. Like, what's going on in there?
Well, like I
Did-
threw
Do you want me to take care of it?
Mini ghouls, handle it.
a lot of fire in there. Several of them were not happy about that.
That would be appreciated, Casimir.
Okay. He's like, is it? It's like, what's in there besides the ghouls? Or
You're
like,
gonna
well,
not
the
talk to me about that. I'm not sure.
okay.
Some sarcophagi.
So when you say that, his eyes go wide, and he's like, no, we mustn't destroy the sarcophagi. And so he instead just tries to snipe this one in the back with a firebolt. He stops waving his hands in the fireball motion, and just and like precision shoots the one instead. I have to I gotta figure out how much health those sarcophagi have left. He hits that guy. Oh, this guy actually can survive a good amount of damage, so I'm gonna have to roll. I was hoping I could just hand wave the damage and kill him, but no, he's still got this guy. He's shooting's got some health. I wouldn't have killed him anyways. I did 3 fucking damage. That was a Dado roll. That was a 2d10 Dado firebolt. It was a hard shot. He's like shooting over Dusty and over Bones. The fact that he didn't hit either of you with it, it's like, that's a miracle in itself. And he just kind of like, he's just going to tuck himself into the rock wall as much as he can to kind of stay out of everyone else's way.
Hope
Lodge.
they don't have fireball.
Oh,
Yeah, that would suck.
I can't even see anything.
Should have all of our light.
I can.
No, he can't
but
see into the
I
room.
can't see in there.
Yeah, you gotta
would
get
see
in the
that.
doorway.
That guy might be the only thing you can
Because considering you have extra actions to like move around afterwards, there's
what-
not
what are you
really an
complaining
excuse.
Shut the fuck up, Bones.
Hey, let's go back to
Just
4th
saying,
edition
bro.
where after you attack you can't move.
12 is a miss. You kind of graze it all like along the arm, but not enough to do any damage to it.
I think Watch is waiting for the killing blow again.
So, he's already retreated back, so I'm assuming that's the end of his turn. So the Stinky Man are gonna go. Stinky Man is gonna come
Lovely.
in. These guys are just gonna kind of pile in the door.
Look at them acting like us.
That one's Bones. That one's Dado. Can we name them?
I still remember fighting.
So
Taylor
considering Jez is always in the front, the Jez Gast is going to...
Is there one attacking me? Oh no.
No, I'm just saying the one that would be
He's
you.
calling him the jazz guest.
Yeah, so Bones, as this thing gets like right in your face, like you sense this just horrible, disgusting stench coming off of it. Like
Ew.
it's more than decay. Like this is just absolutely putrid, and like it's making you just physically gag, like as you're standing there. And he tries to bite you, and he misses. I don't think like a
Did you
10.
do some kind of con saving throw for the stench, or?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to miss you as he tries to basically like claw and bite your face. Wacky's your turn.
Douche.
Oh, finally.
Mr. Stinky.
I will go over here and Eldritch Blast the one on the door.
Okay.
They're gonna explode. That's gonna suck.
That's a hit.
Still up?
I don't know. I can't find its health. Yes, it is.
Okay, one more then.
His bounding box. His bounding box is so big. Bones, Dado, and Jez are inside it. Like it's fucking
Wow.
retarded.
I have that problem with one of the characters in when I play with Fruit. Like one of their boxes is just so much larger than their character is.
Yeah.
Do you have
Well, if it's a
physical-
character, I would just redo it in Photoshop. Like
Yeah,
I don't do it
that's
for
already
these
sized
because these are disposable fucking monsters. But if that was one of you guys, I would put your character into Photoshop and fucking shrink it.
I mean,
Crop
it's
the
not
image in
hard.
Photoshop.
'cause you can-
Yeah, you kill it, Wacky. Oh,
Even better,
can't
there's a
fucking
trim
get 'em.
transparent.
Car is
that
just
will
like
get rid of it.
wrecking. Alright.
But yeah, usually I crop stuff like that, especially if I'm making a token. But these, like this token pack, like some of the ones I have, the guy who made them, it's that Devon Knight guy who makes a lot of the tokens that I buy.
Yeah.
His like middle section of work, he made the boxes fucking gigantic. Because I think they were made kind of more for like 4E. So like in a 5-foot square, this thing's like a more realistic size maybe. I don't know why he fucking did it. But it's annoying. Wacky's done. Jez, you get to go.
I'm gonna yell out, "We broke
Right.
the line," and then I'll charge in.
Well, I continue to look up what the fucking health of an amber sarcophagus is.
I want to say it's.
Oh, no,
oh,
I've
it's
got it.
sarcophagus. Okay, so
It's in a special box.
Does a
Ow.
10 hit?
No. It absolutely does not seem to.
What about a 15?
15 is a hit. Radiant damage doesn't really do anything extra, even though it
Except
should, but it doesn't.
The sun sword, so it doesn't actually do
Yes, though. It does. So you do
an extra
15 damage, and you kill that ghast.
Why don't you just lump that into the roll?
because it's not
It's
always.
it's
always
specific
undead.
against undead. It's like Pyro's.
Just undead? I got you.
Yeah.
It's like Pyro's sword. Pyro's sword does
Nice,
1d8 to
nice.
undead.
You want me to block this line, or do you want me to back
Speaking
up?
of Pyro, he's feeling much braver now.
I'd back off.
Okay. I'll
At
back
least
up.
sidestep the door.
I'll give Pyro.
Yeah,
Fucking
I'll
the
say
guy
so.
inside the door. So Pyro goes in, can't see a fucking thing. You know what? I'm gonna actually say that as Pyro kind of goes in, he kind of shoulders this door open. He just kind of charges in, shoulders the door open.
Better charge in.
Well, he didn't witness one of these things just absolutely just splat Jez into like a pancake in like one turn. So he's feeling a little braver.
Swoop.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah.
he thinks that his sword's talking to him and wanting to kill these undead.
Oh god.
Oh wait, he's got buttons for this. You
I
keep
think
forgetting.
mine just makes me want to not.
Aha!
destroy
Oh, I hate that he's got the fucking advantage shit turned on. 13 is just barely a hit. And he is going to kill this one. Ah. And he's going to be like, yeah! He's going to go kill this one.
You did it.
He has just enough movement left to swing on this one. You know what? He actually doesn't need to. Oh, I'm never going to get Pyro's fucking box now that these guys are surrounding him. Fuck it. Fuck it. That's where he is. He takes another swing at this undead monstrosity. And that's Talon's extra D8 is going to be enough to kill it. Yeah, so he splatters that one against the wall as well. And he feels really happy with himself. And Dusty, it is your turn.
Okay.
Precision damage.
What the fuck is blocking some of the... Oh, it's because
Yeah,
of where you guys are. Yeah, that weird cone of darkness in the middle, I was wondering. It's because Bones and Jez are the light sources, and they're hiding on either side of the door.
Yeah.
My God.
Expecting them to come out.
Even Pyro's charging in there, though. Even Pyro.
I asked the crowd if they wanted me to charge in, or to block the door.
Even Dusty's charging in there.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I only see this one dude.
Yeah.
All I see.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, that's good.
You cannot see him due to the shadow and the darkness, but you are like 100% sure that
In front of you.
that there is some others. Just due to the stench, you can tell there's another one like right
Yeah.
here.
You hear labored breathing.
No, he doesn't even hear the breathing. He just from the smell. It's like smell radar.
Okay, I'm gonna fireball this
Smeldar?
guy.
Yep. Bam. That is good fucking damage. And you incinerate him. I think he actually still has like 1 health left, but fuck it.
And then
But
I'm
fuck
going
it.
to skirt over here. As far as I can move.
Okay. Bones.
Alright. I'll just kind of like yell over the back of my shoulder, why don't we want to destroy the coffins? As I run in here.
You get no response.
Bonk!
You
Well-
just barely hit it. It's still up.
Bonk again!
You again just barely hit it, and it's still up.
Punch!
This time you hit it more goodly. I couldn't come up with the adjective that I wanted, so I was like, goodly is what I'm going to use. And you basically just put like your fist through its face. And
Ew.
it collapses into a quivering, stinky heap.
I just go and wipe my fist off on Jafar's fucking tunic. Thanks,
And
buddy.
that is the end of that chapter. What do you guys?
I'll say we.
It's annoying that their stench is only good like if you start your turn in it.
Oh, and
And like considering that their bodies are like littered all over this, and I could have gotten like really crazy with the rules, but
I'll ask,
whatever. You guys get 450 XP.
Hey, I'll ask Casimir what's
Oh,
the
my character
significance
sheet.
of the coffins.
we probably don't want to smash them open because
What's it
We'll
like?
let
What's
that-
inside them is really what I
we'll
want
let
to know.
that wispy stuff out.
And he tells you like if breaking them open may let that wispy stuff out. So you see him kind of like go and like put a hand on one of them, and he seems to be like kind of checking it out and probably making some kind of arcana checks. And you see him go and kind of he kind of goes and like checks out like all 3 of them.
What exactly are you doing?
What are these?
You see, he's basically he looks like he's just
Oh,
You seem,
well, I wanted to
you
ask
see,
him that.
oh yeah, he doesn't give you an answer.
Oh, okay.
He basically just completely ignores you, as he seems to be like
And-
trying to like figure out what they are, or he's trying to discern something about them. But after like kind of spending like a minute at each one, he kind of just doesn't look disappointed. He just kind of looks like kind of shrugs, and
What
You
were
know,
you looking for?
he kind of just walks out of the room.
Can I do similar to what he did?
Sure.
This one? An Arcana check?
What are you trying to do exactly?
I just wanted to, like, kind
Are
of
you-
mimic what he was doing. To see
So
what
you're
he
going
was
to
finding out.
like place your hand on the thing and make an arcane. Okay. So as you place your hand on the sarcophagus, you feel something reach into your mind.
Oh, it's a ghost.
You kind of feel a just like almost a whisper in like the back of your mind say, "I am Dalvarnar. Do you wish to receive my gift?"
That sounds sexual.
5 gold. I touch you. 5 gold. You touch me.
No, that's the north one. That's the one by Lawage.
I don't know what his gift is, so. Is there a way?
It tells you. He says, "Make a pact with me, and I will grant you the power to bring back your body from after once you have died."
Yeah, that doesn't scream Revenant.
I really like to imagine that hard right in the middle of that sentence. Just the hard
Yes.
Well,
You can
These-
bring back your body. Yeah, that's,
not a
that's
lot of
right.
people probably come by to talk to
Yeah.
the.
he just wasn't ready. He just like the sheet of papers. It's all crumpled up in his pocket. Just like oh god, they're here.
I'm gonna say I kind of already have a pact. Are there conflicts of interest or something?
He says, "No."
No.
So I'm watching this. I'm wondering what the hell's going on.
I think
All you
it's
see,
all on
you
my
see Jez basically. He's got his hand on the sarcophagus, and he's just kind of like looking at it. He's not like doesn't seem like he's in a trance or anything. He just seems he's just kind of like looking at it the same way Casimir was.
I don't know if I want it because I'm metagaming.
He says, "Do you accept my bargain?"
Yeah, nothing good can come from that.
Listen, it sounds very useful, and I don't want to metagame it.
I go over like the annoying friend, look over her shoulder, and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Talking.
Well, it's only been like a couple of seconds since he started doing this. This conversation started going on in his head.
It's all super speed because inside my head it's all hasted. I don't know.
I guess
wanna-
at this point, as Jez is considering it,
wanna-
yeah, you
you
can
wanna
go
roll?
and kind of like poke at him if you want to. Like the initial conversation kind of takes place just like instantly, but now Jez seems to be like you look at him and he looks like lost in thought, like he's considering
That doesn't
something.
happen very often.
Yeah, he's just kind of like looking up, and he's like, you almost sense like he's weighing something in his head, or like going over like the pros and cons of something. Maybe he's thinking about it, like whether or not he left the stove on. So I should really buy a boat.
I feel like that's a long-running joke in some show that I can't remember right now.
It's just that meme, the cat with the newspaper. You should really buy a boat.
No, I better not.
So
I don't know what your pact
I'm
stem
just
side is.
staring at Jez.
So you
touching this
pull
rock.
your hand off the stone, and like you just feel whatever grip this thing had on your mind just releases.
God.
I'm gonna be like, Mina,
So,
Mina, Mina,
what-
Mina.
what
Touch
just
the line in
happened?
front of-
Some dead dude wanted to talk. He said I could come back to life, but I don't know. I feel like I signed too many contracts. Gonna be some issues with that. And I don't know what I was
Okay.
signing for.
So, Lawaj, are you sticking your hand on the...
Yeah, I'm touching it.
Okay. As you do,
Every
you feel a voice in your
I'll watch
mind
that as well.
say, I am Drizlash, the nine-eyed spider. Do you
Oh, like
wish...
spiders.
Yeah,
Do you wish to receive my
Oh,
dark
he does like
gift?
spiders.
What's your gift? What's your gift, my dude?
He says, make a pact with me, and I will allow you to walk as if one of my people.
That sounds dope. Yes.
I'm
He
just
says,
watching him.
he says, it shall be done. You know what? I'm gonna say it's a she. Probably like drow related. Give me a
Oh, yeah.
charisma saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Okay.
Well, he gets a +2 with no.
Holy shit, I hate you.
So you receive the dark gift. You feel just dark black energy swell within you. You gain the ability to you basically gain spider climb. You now have the ability to walk on difficult surfaces. You can climb difficult surfaces. You can even like stand and climb upside down on ceilings without needing to make an ability check. You then feel just a blinding pain on... Give me a D12 roll.
Your eyeball.
So, you feel a blinding pain come out like the left side of your neck, and it just kind of like tears open. Like it feels like basically like your flesh kind of just like tore itself open. Wacky, you and Jez looking at him, you see that this cloudy eye has just like protruded out of his neck. Like he now seems to have like basically you just watch his neck split open and another eyeball is now kind of there and it's moving around looking, but it looks cloudy and cataract, so you don't think it can see, but it's there and it's kind of like looking around.
I get it.
Vidania?
Nine-eyed spider.
So,
Vidania, what did you do?
Lawaj, you are now evil. So, whatever your alignment was, well, neutral, I'm assuming, goes to evil. Technically, you're supposed to become an NPC under my command, but I have the option to disallow that, so we're going to say, fuck it. You are now of evil alignment, which nobody else, of course, knows. They just know that you touched this thing, and now an eyeball's sticking out of like the side of your neck.
What did you just do?
Don't worry about it.
No,
Yeah,
I'm worrying about
so
it.
whatever you were, if you were like lawful good or lawful neutral, you're now lawful evil.
I was.
Like you'll keep the
I was
the
chaotic
prefix.
neutral.
So you're now chaotic evil.
Cool.
Did a voice just speak to you
Maybe.
when you touched it?
Maybe.
Okay, well, good.
I'm gonna firebolt that thing off your face.
Don't touch it. It's mine.
Just
It's
poke its eye,
mine.
poke its eye out.
Listen,
Don't touch it. Its name is Charlie. I will fucking kill you, old man.
Yeah, it's not very big. It's like the exact same size as one of his regular eyes. He even has like a few lashes and stuff too. It's probably got some nice big lashes considering he's
I'm gonna,
female.
like brush it. Get out
Well, why would
my-
you brush the eye?
you don't brush your normal eyes.
I do. I do.
I'm gonna touch
My
it.
character is
Okay.
like she's very pretty.
So
Like,
you touch it and he kind of recoils as if you like poked him in the eye. It doesn't really hurt a lot, but it's like really uncomfortable. Like the fuck.
Maybe we should wait until we get into a town and get something to look at that.
Oh, guys, watch this. Watch this. You ready?
We
I'm
should.
gonna walk up the wall.
So you watch and he starts walking up the wall, sort of like Strahd did, like the last time you saw him. Like he just effortlessly,
Oh
basically
my
starts just
God, he's a
walking up
vampire.
the wall.
This is what I did.
Any
Pretty dope, right?
shred of respect that I've had
He's no
for
longer your
Wise
son.
is completely gone. We have to start over.
Okay. don't touch the sarcophagi, I guess, or that's gonna happen. I
Or
point at
do. It's
Vidania.
pretty great.
Don't.
Well,
we're
Jez
we're
can
not
kind
gonna
of
touch
fill
any
you
of it.
in that he obviously agreed to. Well, you know what? It's up to Jez whether he wants to fill you in or not.
I mean, I did
Jez is
say-
the only other one with knowledge.
I did say that I was talking to it, and it offered me a
Oh,
contract.
okay. Yeah, so you
So-
basically figure that he obviously agreed to whatever this thing was
And
offering.
this is the downside. So apparently, you gain an eyeball if you take one of these gifts.
Yep. See, I mean, that seems like a pretty sweet deal to be able to, like, bring yourself back to life.
I know. But the problem is, what if that eyeball is on the bottom of your feet?
Ow.
That would have required an 11 or 12 on his D12 roll. I was basically using the D12 roll to determine where on his body that eyeball was going to be. I was just going to have it stick out his forehead. I was like, no, let's have, like, maybe it's, like, on his arm or, like, under his armpit. So, like, whenever he, like, moves his arm, it kind of, like, rubs against the eye and it's really uncomfortable. Doesn't hurt, but it just bugs him for the rest of his life.
There's Spider Lady. She's in my head. She's like, yo, you want to be able to become
Yeah.
Spider?
Drizzlash.
Here,
Drizzlash, the nine-eyed spider.
So I'm
You
now a
know-
Spider.
we should leave.
All
I don't
these
like.
are
I don't like the
actually,
look of these things.
Actual historical things in Dungeons and Dragons. But I can't remember what Drizzlash is.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing of a couple of them.
Holy shit! I spelled it right. First try. Get fucked.
Yeah, that one was not terribly.
Get fucked.
I'm sure you didn't get Dulvar Nar correct. It sounds like a Cardassian, but that's fine.
I'm just leaving.
Yeah, sort of
You
just
could-
leave and look.
I'm
back
only
and
putting
stuff
that
like the
in
others.
because that one's kind of relevant to Lawage. That's the only reason I'm bothering to spell that one.
That's very.
Do we trust him?
Knowing Pyro, he's gonna stick his hand on the other one.
I mean,
And it's
at
going
the
to whisper.
moment-
It's going to whisper into his head.
Bad idea.
Pyro, what did I just say?
Whisper into his head, say, "No, don't take it."
What did I just say? We're not
I
touching
will
these.
give you the power
Ooh.
of talking to swords.
Did we all pick?
Oh,
I'm
he
in the
might
room
actually
with him.
take this.
Oh,
Oh,
God, what is
no.
it?
Can
I
you
can't tell
text
you
Pyro?
guys.
Ah.
No, I can't. I can't
He's probably
text Pyro.
asleep.
Oh yeah.
Just retroactively do it in case he decides. To.
Karan's like over here. Like it's not gonna do anything.
Oh, there's-
He's like poking
Wait.
Jafar. He's like, hey,
Pyro, you there? 'Cause he posted in the D&D channel 2 hours ago.
Jafar, I told you we were leaving.
He can't hear you. He's talking to some. He turns around and looks at you and he's like, "Shh, I'm talking to somebody else right now. It's rude."
He finally found something that talks to him.
He did.
Karan's like sort of.
You know
visibly
what?
frustrated by this.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a.
You can't carry it around though.
I lost that die. I'm gonna make a deception check for the dark voice in his head, because I'm assuming that Pyro probably would have asked, like, "Are you my sword?" And then the thing, based on what it's offering him, the dark gift would have said, "Yes, I am your sword."
God. Oh no.
God damn, Pyro! Why didn't you show up today?
We can retroactively ask
All we
him
do is
for
just
next
do
time.
stupid shit to Pyro all the time.
Oh.
But
You know
no,
what?
like I mean, we can ask him about it next
So-
time and then retroactively do it.
Yeah, so Pyro leaves his hand on this thing for a second, and then, he seems to be intensely thinking about something. And then he turns around and looks at Wacky's character and says, "We should go catch up to the others." And he begins walking away.
It
Oh,
lets him talk
no.
to swords, all of them.
Yeah, you saw no physical change in him whatsoever. You didn't see, like, an eyeball sprout out of his face or anything like that, so...
Just, oh, I don't like these. I don't like these. All right, I guess we're going back upstairs.
Yeah, because it's broken here, so we can't traverse the rest of the.
I can even. I will
Like,
tell you
keep an
guys
eye
that
on Pyro,
basically
though.
the dark thing in his head offered him the gift of great presence of force and of personality. That is what Pyro has been offered.
Just oh no,
Kyra.
I have to deal with this.
Oh
You would
my
hear
god.
that. If he tells you later, you'll immediately run back and get it.
Yeah. Just keep an eye on those two. I don't trust whatever just happened.
So you guys are heading
Just
back up.
to make a game plan, where are we headed to next?
Yes.
Down the stairs of the main area?
Casimir
we
and
gotta
Jafar are already on the balcony, waiting for you guys. They just ran ahead of you.
Man, caught up real
Got the power of
fast.
teleportation.
Oh, can you see?
Casimir had already come up here before you guys were still downstairs.
Yeah.
And then Pyro just like was super just happy and excited.
So-
He just
Yeah,
ran.
don't,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
can you
there we
see?
go.
Down here.
Casimir noticed the
Down here.
eyeball growing
Oh.
out of Waj's neck.
He laughed.
He's
Not
not
yet.
Sure, everyone does.
It's not like you'd have to see it from that side, and
I'm
you.
gonna ask Casimir, like, our friend just grew an eyeball after touching one of those coffins. What happened?
So we'll take the.
He's
long
gonna
way-
look. He's gonna look at Lawage's character, and he's just gonna sigh, and says, "The sarcophagi are. The sarcophagi offer dark gifts if you make a pact with them. They can be extremely dangerous and should not be taken lightly."
Slowly turn my head over to Jafar. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, good to know, I suppose.
Gonna like, whoa, why are you getting so close to me?
I just moved my
That's
token
weird.
there.
Wait, I'm just gonna be like, keep like
You
5
don't
feet away
know.
from him at all times.
You don't know his personality's changed. He just
Yeah,
climbs
But
walls
he's got an
and has
eyeball
an
on
eye.
his neck. That's weird.
You want to go touch that statue like 6 more times so you can catch up to a spider?
Well, it doesn't give him extra legs.
Ah.
It's not going to make his spider climbier.
No, I was telling him to get extra eyes.
No. Hey, you feel like if you had 9 eyes that Drizzlash would like you better.
I
I
can't.
can't
Collectively,
see out
we have
this
way
eye,
more
can't
than
I? Yeah, I
9.
use
Nope.
those cataracts.
No, it's completely blind. It just
Okay.
it just feels like an eyeball if you get like poked in it. But like that sensation of like rubbing your eye or poking yourself in the eye or something like that is just there
a-
on your neck.
It's a vestigial eye.
I'm good with that. I like rubbing my eyes.
Do we want to? We
Yeah.
don't want to repel down to that hole.
It's gonna really suck in like allergy season. You're just gonna be
Yeah.
like rubbing like the
Probably a
crap
bad
out of your
idea
neck.
if I had to
Oh
guess.
God!
Let's go down
Just
these
eat
stairs.
a whole box of Claritin just right now to
The
get
main
started.
room.
Wait.
Holding up right here.
Wait.
What are you
Okay.
waiting for?
Never mind.
Watch, just doesn't care.
I'm just thinking about the dead barbarian on the other set of stairs right now.
Oh, we're pretty. I mean, are we pretty sure those are the flame skulls that did that?
It
No.
sounds like it because
I don't see any flame skulls out here.
Well, they're
Well,
not
you said
out
they
here.
appeared.
They are in that little alcove, and there's those air slits. Remember?
Yeah.
So
Can I do a perception arcana check to see if I sense any sort of things in the area?
that I think the thing you're looking for is detect magic. And it's a spell that costs you a spell slot, or 10 minutes if you ritual cast it.
Man,
And it's only good for 30 feet.
30 feet. Fuck that.
It's
I'm
really
out.
good. It's really good for lighting up the room when you're standing over top of a cache of dragon horde.
Yeah, like, that's like a really good use for it, is like if big pile of gold, you could be like, I use detect magic, and
And
like,
then
oh,
find
you see a
enemies.
sword-shaped object in the bottom of the pile.
I'm down at the bottom now because everyone is waiting.
Okay.
Guys, no flame skulls have attacked me yet. We're good.
Once I see him reach the bottom, I'll follow.
We're probably gonna start to check out this.
Yeah, so as the
Five.
3 of you reach the bottom, like, so before Jez just moved off to, basically, like, as I was talking, you were kind of here, and you were here. As as you guys basically reach the bottom of the stairs, you notice you get a better look at the statue at the far end of the hall. It's lit up enough at this point. It looks like a giant, probably like 30, 40 foot tall statue. 40 foot tall statue carved out of granite that depicts like a cloaked, like a priest or a cultist or something like that. You know, that type of thing. Just a robed, cloaked figure. What you do notice that's kind of weird is that the face is just this black hole. It's not like a hole that the light is going into. It's just like a sheet of pure darkness. And you guys are kind of looking up at that, and it seems kind of strange until a giant lightning bolt shoots out of it and passes right through all three of you. Just and slams into the wall here. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Hey.
Backwards.
Yeah, Wacky's pretty good. Lodge is pretty not.
Oh,
Jazz is even less so. Do I have... DC would be that. What's Lightning Bolt, Jazz? Do you remember off the top of
It's
your head?
Same as Fireball.
Same as Fireball.
8d6.
I thought it was like 6d8 or
Fuck.
something like that.
Wow,
Same damage,
Chad.
just in a line.
Yeah. Beam instead of a boom.
Roll 8d6. Wow.
20. Oh, wow.
Yep, 20.
Wow, that's...
20 for Jazz, 20 for Lawage, and 10 for Wacky. It's just this lightning bolt just courses out of this
Guys,
black
got
hole in its
scot-free
face.
on that one.
Guys, I'm fucking psychic.
So, what do you do now?
I
I'll
scream.
probably rush to get out of the line. I mean, so I'll rush straight ahead to that next pillar. I don't really know what the floor is like down here. Like, I don't know what's underneath here
Yeah,
to,
you know what?
like, hide behind the stairs or something.
Considering you guys are kind of all on the staircase, I'll move you to the lower section of the temple, and I will drag all your doodads. Oh, that's not my dragger. That's my dragger.
Nick Dragger?
Boom. Except, whoops, I don't want all of you. Pyro and
That would
somebody's missing. There he is.
Just on the stairs, so I'm gonna be...
You're missing.
Casimir.
yeah.
Dusty's up the stairs. Bones was further up the stairs. The three of you were
I was,
basically
like,
like right.
here.
You guys were basically right there. So yeah, this lightning bolt just came caressing. Give me a perception check. You know what? Everybody give me a perception check. Fuck it. Including Casimir.
Fuck it. Nice.
You just gave
Nope.
yourself a perception check.
Wow.
You all suck.
All of you suck.
Lord.
Is Waj, maybe?
So Lawage,
That third eye?
especially because you have some arcane, not really training, but you've spent some time in books and stuff like that. You can hear what sounds like a voice kind of echoing, especially because this temple is just dead quiet. Like, it's just silent and echoey, especially this big room. This big room is really echoey. Yeah, you can hear, like, a voice muttering things. It sounds like incantations coming from in and around the statue. So you think that there was not maybe so much a magical trap as if there might be something behind that veil of darkness casting spells at you.
Guys, there's a dude in the statue, maybe, or maybe it is the statue, and it's casting spells at us.
But yeah, you definitely hear what sounded like spell casting. And you also hear, like, and as you guys are kind of standing there, you hear what sounds like more, like, muttering and incantations, as if, like, there could be another spell coming your way pretty quick.
I
Do we-
cast
As if it might be coming in the next, like, 6 seconds or so.
I
Do we
cast
want
invisibility.
initiative, or
I'm
do
running
we-
this way.
Can we just go?
I'm
do
gonna
what we
say not yet, depending on what your guys' next move is.
Well,
I'm just gonna move here.
yeah, I was gonna rush towards the that
Okay.
pillar as well.
Okay.
I'm back here and I'm invisible.
What are the other? What does the rest of you want to do? I'm guessing like I'm guessing Lawaj. Are you gonna relay this information to everybody else, or are you going
Yeah,
to?
I said it. I meant to.
Yeah. Okay. You basically just like spellcaster. Nah. And Casimir's gonna basically just
Exact
dive
tone.
for cover behind this column here that's attached to the stairwell. Pyro's gonna
that
probably like run in place and do a couple of circles, not really knowing what to do. And he's gonna.
They can.
He has no idea where Wacky is, so he's gonna run in and he's gonna slam into Wacky as he tries to like take cover.
God damn it, Jafar!
And that's gonna scare the shit out of him. As he
Cool.
basically he just bowls into you like full bore. He has no idea that because you turned invisible sort of like as you
Yeah.
were kind of running in there. Plus he
There's
probably
also-
Oh god, it made him dumber.
I don't know how feasible it is because it's like 2 maps, but there also is the
balcony.
option to run into the room over there.
Well, you guys right now you're on the ground floor map.
Yeah, I know.
So I
That's
put you
what
on the ground floor map because you guys were heading to the ground floor essentially.
Okay.
So that just leaves Bones and Dusty. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, I saw that giant lightning bolt come in,
Yep.
and then I saw everyone just kind of flee.
Yep, and you heard Lawaj yell something about a spellcaster. Putting 2 and 2 together, you figure that maybe something's shooting, could be something shooting spells out of the face of that statue. You're not sure.
Well,
Casimir thing and just chill here.
And by the
We'll
way,
all be
before
shooting
anyone
stars.
asks, I still don't have counterspell prepared because it hasn't been. Well, we haven't had a long rest yet.
That's fine.
Oh well.
You also have
Well,
to see the thing too.
Yeah, you also know the
Not yet.
counterspell wouldn't help because you can't see the thing casting the
I know.
spells
I'm
at you.
just saying. I'm just saying. In general,
Got it.
just as
Can
a
I get
whole.
a message off to Casimir before we start initiative? And just let him know where the spells are coming from?
Well,
Well,
Lawaj yelled it out to everybody, so he's as aware as you guys are.
You also don't have to use message.
Like, cause Lawaj basically just like when he figured it out, he was like spellcaster and like pointed at the statue, and you guys
Okay.
all kind of figured it out. And then he ran and hid behind a pillar. So since you guys are kind of still within range of bad things happening to you, let's roll initiative. I need a thing.
Same, dude.
Statue.
I've been rolling bad initiative this entire session.
So I need a thingy for Pyro. I need
Casimir?
yeah, Casimir, wherever the fuck he went. There he is. Ooh!
Is the black orb just covering its
That's
face?
not
or...
real. It's 22. And he'll go after Lawaj because Lawaj is going to have better decks than he does. All you basically see is just black. Like it doesn't.
But, I'm asking, is the black orb it's the black on its face, or does it cover its entire head?
No, the black is in its face, basically inside, kind of like the cowl.
Okay,
But
just make
you
sure.
imagine that if there is somebody in there, they would pretty much have, like, based on like how the head is shaped in that, and where the darkness is, they would probably be able to see basically from here to like there, and like
Yeah,
everything.
I'm assuming it's like all open and based off of the cowl.
Yeah, so basically to the like northern part of the big openings that go from the east and west of the room.
We want to get behind it.
So like behind it, like like right in front of it or like behind it, you'd probably be in its blind spot, or like anywhere kind of around it, or like off to the sides, it wouldn't be able to see you. You also wouldn't be able to.
If I could remember you guys climbing that statue.
I couldn't fly
I
yet.
can't do it anymore.
I can climb it.
So it is your turn, Launch.
I'm gonna run back behind here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna second wind and get my grand total of 8 hit points back.
Nice. Yeah, so basically now, if you climb, your climbing speed is going to basically be your walking speed? I have to look it up.
Sounds right.
If you have
Spider-
a climb speed, it's the same as your walk speed.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if climbing is always half speed or not, but I don't think it is for spider
It's
climb.
half speed if you don't have climbing abilities.
Yeah, so basically your climbing is the same speed as your walking, and there's no check. Like, you don't have to roll whatsoever. You basically, if you want to climb a 30-foot wall, you just say, I'm going to climb this 30-foot wall, and you just go up it.
Okay.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're basically Spider-Man.
Before
Except
I climb, I'm
not.
gonna perception check to see if I can find a way to get inside of the statue.
Nope. You don't seem to see anything. You think, this thing's up on a big, tall pedestal. The pedestal itself is probably several feet high, like the plinth. You do not seem to see any hatches or doorways or anything like that.
You might be able to get into its face, though.
How tall you say this is?
The statue is 40
Hella.
feet. It's hella high. Hella tall.
Alright, then
tall,
I'm just
dude.
gonna. Would you say that if I made it up to its shoulders, the back
I
of its
will
shoulders?
say, you do, as you're kind of looking, would you get 13? No, you know what, never mind. You were specifically looking at the statue, which is what I based that off of, so no. Yeah. Anyways, what were you saying?
You say I could climb up to its shoulders, and then that's where I could stop.
How far have you moved so far?
I moved 36 feet.
And
36.
so, depends on how much more movement you plan on using.
I can use my cunning action to get another 30 feet, and that's about
Yeah,
it.
so you can get another 24 feet. Do you still want... You could get up to, it's probably about its waist, kind of just under its arms. It's chest area, essentially. The top of the head is 40 feet. I'll say the opening is 40 feet off the ground. So going up 26 feet, yeah, you're probably going to get to waist area on the statue. Maybe a little
I'll
higher.
get up to its waist, and I'll just be standing there.
Yeah, you can basically just perch and kind of hang off of its chest.
Yeah,
Since you just
you,
stick to it.
You just slowly walk up it. You don't actually have to climb.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then
Or
and then
make
I'll just,
climbing movements.
Are you doing it from the back though?
Yeah, I'm basically just climbing from its back.
Yeah,
Like,
so you're
starting
basically
with the foot,
standing.
foot, and then
Yeah, you're standing between its lower back and its shoulder blades, kind of
Uh-huh.
mid back. You're just standing there against the spine.
and I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna prepare a bow shot. So somebody tries to dart out the back, because even if I couldn't find it, even if there is one, then I'll shoot him
Okay. Are you looking up or are you looking down?
down.
Okay. Casimir doesn't really know what to make of all this. He turns back to the wizard and says, "What do you make of this?"
That's a great question. I have no idea.
It's okay. For now, he's just gonna pop out and try and snipe a firebolt. He's just gonna shoot. How
Did
far
some-
is that? Oh yeah, he can. He's basically just gonna blind fire a shot right into the statue's fucking face. So you see him fire off a firebolt. It just zooms across, goes into kind of the top corner of the darkness, and you just hear it hit stone of some kind. So
He's heard that a lot lately.
it sounded like there's the only thing he learned from that is that there's probably some hollow cavity inside the head, because it basically his shot went through the darkness and then a millisecond later it hit something, or maybe not immediately as if the statue face is solid, but it seemed like it
also-
hit something in the back of the head.
the sound of the little explosion would have sounded differently inside of a
Yeah.
hollow thing.
So he just kind of like looks back at Dusty and he's like, well, the head's hollow.
Alright.
Fireball the head.
So, Wacky, it's your turn.
Am I gonna have some
Good.
difficulty crawling out from behind Pyro
What
here?
the fuck?
Um,
It's my turn.
Oh, it is. It is. It is. His turn.
What the?
Yeah, I feel like the
Oi.
order's a little
Oh,
messed
I don't
up
think
there.
you sorted the order.
That's strange.
Maybe
Alright.
I didn't. Well, it was definitely Casimir. Oh, you know what? Because I moved Casimir, and I didn't sort the rest. So, Dusty, it's your turn. Not bad. It's not that far off, because next would be Wacky.
Yeah. But it would start
I'm gonna
getting
fire a
weird.
firebolt in the same exact direction as he did.
Okay, give me a shot with disadvantage, since you're just shooting into a black void.
Okay, I'm
Double
just gonna
crit.
I'm just gonna click it twice.
Oh.
Dope.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Feels bad.
I was right. It was a double crit.
So you
Except one of the
you
failed.
shoot a fireball into the statue's balls, like just right between its legs, and just blow off like a small chunk of rock there. And you just kind of like look at everybody else like, what? Were we supposed to be shooting at the head?
Did you do your check to see if you are awake for 4 hours?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
I was not.
Yeah, I saw him roll it while we were doing other shit. Wacky, it is your turn.
Yeah, am I gonna have some difficulty getting out from behind Pyro here?
Did you say anything to Pyro when he slammed into you?
I did. I told him to get the fuck out of my space.
Then yeah. He like would have hit you and like freaked out, and you probably would have like, no, it's me, and he would have rolled an intelligence check. Poor, oh my god, that really poorly. But he would have figured it out enough as you kind of keep pushing him like out of the way. But yeah, no, you can.
Just-
Plus, you can also walk through your own characters or your own teammates.
So the head of the statue is just this void, right?
Yep.
Void of darkness.
All you know so far is that the head of the statue is hollow, and there's this curtain of black in front of it, or the whole head is filled with black. You're not sure, but from Casimir's shot into like the void, you're able to tell that there's like space in the head, and that there probably was something in there, either is or was something in there shooting spells at you. I never rolled for the statue.
Would I be able to?
I put the statue in the order. Well, that's lucky for
Would I
me.
recognize that as a spell?
Give me an Arcana check. You think, you think it could possibly be magical darkness, but you're not sure from this far away.
I'm gonna call over to Dusty and say, try dispelling it. Could be darkness spell. Stuff around the statue's head. And then I'm just gonna take the rest of my movement.
I don't think I can reach that far.
Dispel magic is a pretty far reach.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll probably just end over here.
Spell
No,
magic.
120.
120 feet.
There you go. That's all I'm gonna do.
You can dispel hella magic.
Bones. What do you want to do?
There.
Back to my spell list.
I want to just kind of like poke my head up for a second here so I can.
How far does that have to go?
Looking at the base of the statue, can I like? Would I be seen if I was underneath the statue, like from the head, or do I think I'd be out of the line of sight from down, like in this area?
You think, I'll say like, if you were pressed right up against the base of the statue, you think you would probably be out of its way.
What about like where Loage is behind it?
Oh, yeah.
Behind
Well,
it,
'cause-
right?
Yeah, well, like I said before, like, this is like the maximum of its visibility line.
Got it.
Basically,
Alright.
these parts of the passageways are as far as its line of sight would be, based on the shape of the cowl. It's basically like a hood, and then there's black
Alright.
in the face
just
part of
gonna-
the hood.
I'm just gonna fucking mega hoof it and double sprint.
You
Basically,
run around the back.
Lodge.
You see that the Lodge is standing horizontally at about the spine of the statue, just like looking down with his bow like prepped at the floor.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, whatever.
He just probably waves to you and then goes back to like holding his bow taut.
I'm a spider.
Okay.
So options. Many other options. So you ran to here. Wacky's invisible. Pyro is not hiding well at all. I mean, that was really the best he could do.
That's pretty much.
It's a Pyro hiding spot. It knows about the spellcasters shooting spells from back here. Boom, 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 boom. A ball of fire erupts just exactly at the center point between Dusty and, you know what? Technically, it would be 20 feet from Pyro. It would be right here. This would be the epicenter of the fireball. Because he can't see Dusty and Casimir, but he would have put it far enough back to just hit Pyro, who he clearly can see, and try and hit the spellcasters who he knows like are hiding somewhere around that column. Dusty, Casimir, Pyro, dexterity saving throws as a fireball just erupts in the air around you.
Yeah, buddy.
Dado, you... Oh, there's my spell save DC. Dado, you're fine. Oh, I've got to roll the other ones. Casimir's gonna eat hard shit.
Oh no.
Damn.
And Pyro, dexterity saving throw
Well,
is
Yeah, you fucking
fucked.
Sounds about right.
murdered that
Is yeah. So Pyro's down 20. What I roll 23. So Pyro eats 23 damage. 39. Is that right? 39, 40. No, it would be 29. Yeah. Casimir eats 23 damage. His is a little easier. Dusty, you're going to take 11 damage. 11 fire damage. And that is
You'll
the...
have some shield up.
That is the statue's turn. Pyro, not happy, gonna run and like hug this pillar in front of Jez. You know what? Can he get
It's like
to?
bowls past Jez.
Oh, he can get further. He's gonna run for safety.
To be fair, I left enough room for Loage at the time.
Yeah. So Pyro's gonna run. Pyro knows that if he gets like behind or like underneath the statue, he's not gonna get fireballed again. Hopefully, so he's just gonna double move to get the fuck out of harm's way. Jez, it's your turn.
I don't know. Does it will help me comprehend languages? I've got to the front of it, like underneath of its hand, so that it doesn't. My body. Can't really climb it. I'm not very good at climbing. sucks for me. I could shoot arrows into it, but that'd be useless. I guess that's what I'll do. I'll waste my turn mostly switching to my bow and arrow,
Okay.
and that's it.
Yeah. You know, like, from down here, you know you have basically 0 shot. Like, you'd have to go, like, out into the open.
Yeah, I
to be
know.
able to-
I'd back up to shoot.
You're
but-
basically just prepping here under safety, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. That works. Lawage, what do you want to do?
Thinking. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement, or not, but my movement to get up in its face, like right next to it.
Like, next to the darkness?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like here.
Okay. You are standing in
And then-
front of just a curtain of darkness.
So if I like step around, will I like find holes in it?
Well, yeah, you know that the darkness is that there's, like, you know that there's a hollow space inside the head from, like, Casimir shooting into it. And he also would have relayed that information to everybody when he discovered it.
Is there a way I can get inside?
You imagine that whatever this darkness is, things, at least magic seems to be able to pass through it. You're not sure if physical objects can pass through it or not, though.
Alright, well then I'll just stand like right at its right at it, and I'll just shoot an arrow into it.
Okay, fire an arrow disadvantage.
You're like shooting straight through your feet, like straight down. Well, for you, it's
So yeah, you fire an arrow in and you hear it plink off a wall, probably 7 or 8 feet in. Like, basically, you hear it kind of plink off of, like, the back of the head, essentially.
Then with the cutting action, I'll just wrap around to the backside of its head so I'm not directly in its face when it tries to shoot me again.
Yep. But the fact that you heard your arrow pass through, you imagine that physical objects probably can pass through unharmed through this, whatever this darkness is. You imagine, especially if Dusty, oh no, Wacky yelled it out anyways, that you believe it's magical darkness, so you don't know if it's completely pitch black in there or if it's just like a curtain of darkness, but yeah, it seems like the darkness is just pure darkness. It's not something that will like eat your flesh if you like walked through it or something.
Yep, sounds good.
Casimir just kind of looks at Dusty. He's like, "Fuck, do we do, old man?"
I got something. Unfortunately, I need to run out in the middle over there, but I got something.
Casimir doesn't like the idea of being a sitting duck and getting his ass roasted off again, so he's going to. Has he got enough? Has he got enough? 60 would take him to basically here. He's got just enough to kind of just dive. He's just going to sprint and kind of like. He basically just starts sprinting forward, trying desperately to get like out of the line of fire. Dusty.
Alright.
Because it is, he figures like if whatever's shooting things at them can do fireballs don't like there's cover doesn't help against a fireball.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to get.
actually, I think it does, but it helps your save. But I can't remember.
Well, not if the fireball's cast behind the cover.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on the statue.
Like on the.
Like on where it is all dark and whatnot.
Okie dokie. I have to look 2 things up quickly. And just while I'm looking up, give me a D20 roll plus your spell spellcasting ability. So give me a d20 plus int.
Like you were making an attack.
Well, you have no proficiency.
Hmm?
No proficiency on it, though.
Do you want just like an unskilled int check?
Unskilled int check is exactly what I want, actually. I forgot that those are options on the character thing. I don't really need to look this up anymore. You managed to dispel the darkness. I don't think there's any... there's not really any way for me to... Oh, actually, fuck it. Whatever. I'll just get rid of, like, the whole bounding box. Fuck it. So you dispel the darkness, and you see a little, like a jackal man wearing, like, wizard robes, standing in a little, like, room that exists inside the statue's head. He's just kind of standing there, like, looking out through the darkness, and, he kind of... He, like, looks at you, like, waving your hand, like...
I see you now, you stupid idiot.
And he, all of a sudden, he has like a bit of a panicked look on his doggy face.
Doggy?
Yep, his doggy face. Hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
Are you in total
I'll
darkness?
use the
though?
rest of my movement to...
Hi,
How
doggy.
far can I go?
So,
I can go like here.
yeah, so you can move. Wacky, it is your turn.
How's Casimir looking after that fireball?
He looks like, considering he's an ally, he looks like he's probably at about half health. He's not quite bloodied, but he did eat a good chunk of fireball.
Okay.
He looks about as well off as Pyro does, let's put it that way.
He'll cast before you
Okay.
go Pyro, because Pyro useless.
The only difference is Casimir can't really heal himself, like Pyro can.
I'm just gonna
he
use
doesn't
my
have
movement to
lay on
get
hands.
here and then wait because I can't really peek out without putting myself in danger or without having movement to come back.
Okie dokie. Bones, what do you want to do?
I want to check this base of the statue for basically as much space as you'll give me around it.
It's basically
see-
going to be a few feet in front of you.
Fine. Just want to look for. There's got to be a door. Something. There's got to be something there to get into the statue. I'm looking.
Nope.
Didn't do very well.
Nope, you don't seem to find anything.
It's magic. You may be teleported in there.
It could have, but I doubt it. So, but anyways, that's is a possibility. You're not wrong. I don't know.
You doubting it because of the staircase that's in the picture.
Oh, I didn't actually see that, but yeah, that's now. I am now doubting it because of that. But before, I was just like, it seems like a waste to have to teleport up there. You know.
I don't think they really thought of
It doesn't
making it a
matter.
priority.
Doggo seems concerned.
Yeah, it better be.
Can I pet it?
You have to get up. You have to get up there first.
After dead.
Doggo still has the high ground. What else you doing, Bones?
Oh, that was it. I'm just.
Oh,
just
okay.
checking.
Checking the base.
There's not really much else I can do. So.
Doggo, is probably more than likely going to do this. Doggo is going to begin to cast a spell. So,
He doesn't have counterspell. That's why you paused.
no, I know he doesn't. I'm just looking up the specifics of the spell while I'm stalling for time. So yeah, he begins casting a spell, and I guess Datto, you're pretty much the only one that can see. You see him basically wave his hands around, and a like magical doorway just sort of shows up, and he just kind of like opens this just magical, what looks like a regular door, and steps in it. And then him and the door are gone, and they just completely disappear. Boop.
Huh.
And I'm going to end initiative.
God damn it! I want to pet Doggo.
Doorway, huh?
I imagine it'd be a couple rounds of us. And then Dada's like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
I forgot
no,
to tell you,
he's
he
gone.
disappeared.
Yeah.
He's
Datto
gone.
probably eventually is able to figure out that he used some kind of dimension door spell to
Some
teleport
door
him
that
to
transfers dimensions.
well, not so much transfer dimension. Basically, he teleported really far away.
Yeah.
This is my perception check on the front of the statue.
Nope. You don't seem to see anything.
I'm gonna go up to because this looks like a staircase.
I got
right?
a better idea. I'm gonna send my familiar up the statue and then down the stairs.
Okay. Can your
I don't
familiar
know.
fly?
No, it's got a climb speed.
Is that you? Your best bet would probably be to send Lawage instead. Does Lawage no longer has a climbing speed?
I'll give my familiar to Wash, because I don't know if we could fit in the.
Oh yeah, no, the opening in the face is more than big enough for somebody to.
Oh.
It's
Yeah,
probably
so I'm
like
saying-
it's like 4 or 5 feet high, like the opening in the face. It's a 40-foot tall statue, so the face is probably at least a few feet, 3 or 4 feet at least. So yeah,
I'll
you
tell
can
him
squeeze
to
through.
Go in the statue and go down the stairs, or look for a passage out, or look for nice things in there, and then
Nice.
totally tell us that they're in there so that you don't
So-
steal them.
Yeah. So
Nice
you
things.
going down the stairs, you find that there is a secret door that opens up in the back side of the statue where you were originally looking. It's so well hidden were just not able to find it.
It's nice and
Guys,
seamless.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's
right,
totally
right
cool.
here.
You didn't get any of the treasure he had on him, but I will say that you find up there.
Spectacles.
Oh, that's right. The face is actually supposed to be like a real face with eye holes that look out.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to send that.
I like the idea of a big hole better. Gives you guys a little bit better of a chance against him. Go blah 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 blah.
I can't
Yeah,
be
so
sure.
you find like a little cubby hole in the top of this thing with stairs that go down. It seems like whatever this guy was, this is probably where he's been living. Like you find kind of some stuff like some straw and that like stuffed into a corner like a little sleeping arrangement. You do find a set of gold spectacles with pink crystal lenses sitting on like a little tiny makeshift wooden table.
You probably don't have to sleight of hand something.
Yeah,
that
you're the
you
only
didn't
one up
know.
there, so you could just take them. Yeah, you imagine they're probably worth about 250 gold, but they don't seem to have any discernible
I
thing.
forgot that he actually had spectacles. I just know that they have spectacles in general.
Well,
Well,
I'll just put them
he has
on.
glasses.
And I'll walk out the door.
So, yeah, you find that you left in such a hurry he forgot his glasses.
Does this mean you're gonna look at things with a better outlook?
Through rose-colored glasses.
See life through
Yeah.
rose-colored glasses. Yeah.
So, that is all you find up there.
Imagine that was a cursed item that like made it so that you
It gave you the
always thought
flaw
you
that
could-
like you can only see the positive side of things.
Yeah,
In
To
the
an
meantime, I wanna
unrealistic
take a look
degree.
at the wizard statues and the alcoves.
yeah, we can take that dragon.
I don't think you actually even have any thing about. Basically, they would just be, they would just be statues. They would be statues of probably similar design as the big statue in the middle. That same kind of robed, hooded cultist look. Except these ones are holding some kind of big staff. But they share a lot of similarities to the big one in the center, just without the hole in the head.
Okay.
4 tiny Arcanoloths live inside each of the small statues and start shooting fireballs. Very small fireballs at you.
I was gonna say they're like mice inside.
I haven't uncloaked yet.
Yeah,
Still
so-
walking around invisible.
So basically, you guys are climbing around on some rubble that used to be the balcony from above. You also notice that the big stone amber doors to this room to the north of you have just been blown like open. They're all just destroyed and lying in pieces on the floor. And you can see inside of that a bunch of just ruined stuff. I really wish the 2 maps were not on separate pages like this. I really would have just loved a double, just one page is the top and one page is the bottom. Like, just face to face. That would have been good book design. Yeah, you think that this may have used to been like a treasury just based on kind of the stuff that's left. You see, like, candelabras and, like, you know, swords and shields. You see junk. Like, the junk that's probably left behind, but, like, maybe once upon a time this had been, like, a treasure vault or something like that, but clearly it's been long plundered.
Yeah.
The amber doors that once
notified
sealed
me
this great
to
stone room have been smashed, their pieces laying amid crushed bones, armor, and weapons.
Is there any point in looking over the room for anything valuable?
There's something on the ceiling here.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's probably a hole. Usually what that means.
No. There's actually nothing there.
I think.
I know exactly what it is, but right now there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember.
Okay.
Might look around the room to see if there's anything cool.
There is. As you go looting around the room, 4 ghosts appear. And the ghosts are very cool. They're very frigid and cold, by chance. And Lodge has got the right idea. They seem very angry and very initiative-y.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't uncloak.
It's not a word.
17.
Everything's a word.
It is now.
Fuck, I gotta roll.
You heard that right.
Fucking Pyro again. I don't like controlling 2 people. This is bullshit. Next time I'm gonna make you guys choose between Casimir and Pyro. You get one.
None of you guys controlled me and Wad when we were away.
That's too many.
It depends on where we're at, and this place is.
2 is too much.
The only reason I'm giving you guys Pyro this time is because this place is somewhat dangerous, and he's the only other person that has heals. If it was one of you guys, like,
Yeah,
if it was, say, Wacky that was gone and Pyro was here, I would probably give you guys Wacky. Plus, I'm just so used to playing Pyro's character by now.
Yeah, I mean, he lives by the motto of Fools Rush In.
This is for Casimir. This is for the ghosts. The ghosts go. The ghosts, I got a 10. Jez, you can go first.
What? Oh, I rolled. Oh yeah, I rolled the 17. Like I said, I was gonna roll. Plus my modifier. Bad bitches.
Wow, look at all those 12s. I'll put Casimir at the bottom. And I'll put Dusty in front of Pyro. I'll put these guys a little closer to the action.
Baby.
I can see where Pyro is now. As this.
He has his fucking aura creeps through the wall.
Sunsword this ghost.
There's supposed to be 2 ghosts in the initiative.
Go back to sleep.
I must have clicked it twice. I'm assuming that hits. We'll just pretend it does.
It's an 18.
Gonna pretend that it does.
So that would be
These guys are specters.
bunch of. That's 22 radiant damage on my first hit.
Jesus.
Yeah, before you swing again, I'm just looking at... I don't remember how much health these guys have off the top of my head. I don't think that these guys have a ton. They're not super tough ghosties.
No.
God, so many S's that aren't the S's that I'm looking for. How much did you do?
22.
That kills it. It just goes... "Ah!" and it dies.
And then I'll go to this one. That's only a 12, so it might not hit.
12 is a hit. They don't seem to be well armored or anything. These
He takes
poltergeists.
10 damage. 10 radiant.
It is still alive. Bloop. Okay. Lodge.
Oh shit, ghost!
You got a ghosty trying to suckle your teeth.
Eat.
Shoot,
It's
ghost.
a ghost. Yep. I'm guessing you're
that's
shooting the one
fucking
by...
Nice, dude.
It is still alive.
Look at all that red.
But ectoplasm fucking just starts leaking onto the floor.
Apparently, they have 22 health exactly.
Dusty! Yeah. Yeah, you're able to math that out pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in order for me to
Angles
kill it
here.
with one swing, I have to max roll it.
This is the one you hit, right?
Nope.
No,
No,
other one.
Oh, what was the other
It's
one?
the one next to me.
It's the one next to.
You're just not in there to see me.
Oh. And trust me, I still got all that movement.
That's fine.
Hey,
I think it's dead.
that's a good one.
Jesus Christ! Look at that fucking
Holy shit.
damage.
Yeah,
That
It's too bad that one only had 1 HP left.
Yeah, you should have
That
went.
max
I should have
damage
went
roll
for the other
was
one.
so
yeah.
close.
Yeah. Oh, he just got smaller. Can I keep him in my pocket? I want to go.
Yeah. It's the fire made it shrink.
Can I have
Never,
a whole
never
bunch of
before has a fire bolt been so powerful. Pyro's excited because he knows what to do with ghosts.
Run away.
He's not
I also
afraid of
should
no
I should have
ghosts.
healed him between that last one. Used some of his lay on hands, but whatever.
Guys, he's not afraid of no ghosts.
Oh, Pyro shit's over here. Rolling for
Now,
Talon.
where's his bravery at Argynvostold?
That's a hit. He cannot possibly kill it, so he will roll again.
Gets his D8 because it's a dead.
It's D8.
Yeah, but the D8's not enough to kill it. It's dead.
Yeah.
Between the 2 D8 extra, it is gone.
Oh, I know what you mean now.
Well, that's why, like, the D8 was not going to kill it, even if I max rolled it. That's why I just rolled another attack to see if he hit, or
He does
just
the
to...
exact same damage as me, except cold instead of radiant.
Oh! Thank you for reminding me about that.
Oh, because they're resistant to cold?
Sure as fuck are. Thanks, Jez.
Weren't they? You said they were cold, icy dudes, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're resistant to a lot of things that are not
Then
just...
definitely roll the d8s then, just so we get the extra damage.
21, 21, blah, 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 blah.
D8.
Just,
All that
I
divided
know.
by half.
Well, I'm just gonna... Where'd all my other D8s go?
Fucking mother.
12 extra, so 33, cut that in half, 15. Oh, 33, yeah, 16. 16 damage total.
Still not bad.
No, almost killed it.
It's going
Use Divine
to.
Smite, he might have.
Casimir. Casimir, you gonna let him show you up with that firebolt?
Oh, yeah, Casimir gets a turn before the ghost goes. I was looking for the ghosts. Two. That's gonna just barely hit. Padoot. And 19 damage on that firebolt. Cut in half is enough to kill it.
Oh, so
I almost max rolled that firebolt.
good thing that guy had 1 HP. That was guaranteed to kill it.
No, Data wouldn't have killed it because the firebolt would have got cut in half. His 30, his
They had
31 damage would have got cut to 15.
No, the
No,
one
I
that
was-
he did kill, the one
Yeah.
with 1 HP left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if Dado had used his other one on the fresh guy, he wouldn't have killed it. Now the ghosts get to go. This ghost is just gonna life drain on Bones. 22 versus AC.
Don't
Yes,
let it
Give
in.
me a Constitution saving throw. You're gonna take 9 necrotic damage no matter what.
Roll it.
And that is it.
Days,
You-
wow, cool.
You do not
And
lose.
baby ghost.
You do not lose 9 off your max HP, and then it's going to it's going to use its movement to sit
Jesus.
inside your body,
Oh,
and end its turn there, and you take 5 force damage from that. As it is,
Seriously?
yep, it is now it is now existing inside you.
Oh
Bones.
no.
Creepy.
Well, I have a turn, but
Oh, yeah,
Alright.
it's because I fucked up the initiative.
yeah.
You know what? Bones has better dex than you, so Bones gets to go first.
Yeah, no, probably for the best. I'm not sure what to do here.
Can I?
I mean,
is it
yeah.
literally inside me, or if I move, will it become available again?
You're not sure. You'd have to try. But you knew it just floated like it seems to be occupying the same space as your body.
Back up.
You just feel like really cold. Yeah, you back up and it seems to stay there.
Ah,
a little
cool.
bit warmer now.
Fair enough. All right. I'm gonna do a bunch of punches on it, so I'm gonna punch it.
Yep.
Punch it again.
Also, yep.
Punch it again.
Also, yep, and that is enough to kill it.
Oh, cool. I
See,
can
that
save
would have
this.
been a really awesome strategy if Bones was not the next one to go first. It's like, how do you attack it? It's inside Bones. You have to
Yeah.
attack Bones to get to it.
Yeah, you just damage us both. No big deal.
Just
Fireball!
That. Watch me
I
do
will.
that.
Casimir begins to cast Fireball at 5th level.
Wait, stop!
So that is all the ghosts. You guys all get 120 XP.
That's more than I thought.
It is slightly more, because I just don't feel like typing it in and doing the math.
I'll be right back.
It's
Good
8.
enough.
It was 800 XP divided by 7, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just one." It's more than 100, so 120. Fuck it, I don't care.
Also,
Close enough. So before you were so rudely interrupted by those poltergeists, you find that there's some junk and there's broken pieces and crushed weapons and bent stuff. You don't seem to see anything of value in here.
waste.
Awesome.
You imagine that some of the remains you find in here are probably some of the thieves who raided this place. They clearly did not make it out of here alive, and those are probably the ghosts that you just fought.
They probably had their friends turn on them to have a bigger cut. You know, thieves always killing each other.
Is that legit?
You're not a thief.
I am,
You're a
actually.
rogue.
I'm a thieving
Yeah,
rogue.
He's a
you
Spider-Man.
haven't stole anything.
He's
that
a
I
Spider-Woman.
have, so you're not a thief yet. To
So.
me. Next time I see you steal something, which I never will, I'll call you a thief.
So, as you guys move into the, as you guys sort of all move into the main hallway to sort of continue on, you hear footsteps kind of echoing from the left set of stairs. You all kind of turn and look, and you see a not dark, keep calling him that. You see a dusk elf man. He seems to have sort of a noble dress to him. He's wearing kind of like fancy clothes, kind of like what you'd seen Strahd wearing. But he's clearly not Strahd because he's got big ass elf ears and sort of long black hair. And you see him slowly striding down the stairs. And he
That's not a
says,
friend of yours?
you
You're
see
right.
Casimir like doesn't say anything, but you see him like preparing, like he's like looking like he's ready for a fight. Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
like
I go
Baron
hang
is
to the
teeth.
wall.
Well, I'm still in the middle of talking, so you all don't
Sorry,
actually
sorry.
move.
Sorry.
So he continued. Where the fuck is he?
I don't
That's
know.
what I was
I
thinking.
hid
Was
him.
it a stair in front of us, right?
Well, yeah, he's coming down the stairs in front of you, and I have his token somewhere. No, that's a different, well-dressed nobleman.
Strahd.
That's a different possible person that may or may not have made it here.
God.
Did I just move you guys over? I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I was trying to go back, and it just instinctively moved you with me. So we're here. So the Dusk Elf, as he's sort of walking down the stairs, he says, so you're the lot that has the master in such an uproar lately. And you see he has sort of like a fancy-looking scimitar in his hand, and he seems to be kind of like caressing it, like just kind of like playing with it with like the other hand, just kind of like running his hand along the blade.
Don't do that, you'll go blind.
Tells you that it's like, my name is Rahadin. I am the Chamberlain of Castle Ravenloft. I was here to pay respect here at the temple when I heard a commotion, and lo and behold, I find the ones that have been bothering my master as of late. Perhaps I shall deliver your heads to him as a gift. And he strides down to the bottom of the stairs and just kind of gives you like a big grin And as he gets to, like, I don't actually have you know what I'll do? I'll
Is
copy.
where is he not supposed to be seen right now?
No, I just, for some reason, have lost his... I'm just going to make a copy of Casimir.
Oh my god. Oh, no,
You know what? They're both Dusk Elves, so why not? Rahadin.
This one's more accurate because it's actually someone that uses weapons.
A little bit, except he's actually got a scimitar. So as he kind of like descends the stairs and begins walking towards you, you all start to hear like in your heads like screaming, as if like thousands of innocent lives are screaming out in terror and pain. It seems as he like strides closer and closer, the screaming begins to get like louder and louder, to almost to a deafening degree, and that is where we will end this session for tonight.
I
see.
And I'm still invisible.
I'm still alive.
Yeah, thank God.
So, that is going to do it for episode 20 of D&D. Next week will be our season finale. It is going to be the last episode for 2 or 3 weeks at least. Plan is to bring it back on September the 18th, barring any delays or anything like that. But, yeah, so next week is going to be it for a few weeks. So thank you for coming out. We will see you guys next week. Bye.